What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best. It's super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comic. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What is good, y'all? It is the sixth element of hip hop. Yes, sir. Reno and Stu, the dynamic two, in the building. Yeah, Stu was just like here 3 seconds ago, and we were starting it up. Peace, everybody. He'll be right back. We got a crazy show tonight, man. We got all kinds. I mean, we got a big show. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of cool shit going on, as you can see from the thumbnail and the title. We got unboxings. We got G.I.Joe. We got Star Wars, DC, ThunderCats, Transformers, Rick and Morty. You know what I'm saying? You name it. It's in there. Black Heroes Club. What's good? Salute.
What's good, my brother?
All right, peace. Yeah, Stu Dog was just here. He just texted me. All right, well, come on. Can you?
Sorry, bro. I'm trying to find my headset.
That's all right. You can just mute it, or I'll mute you. You're good. I got you. Yeah, man. So we got, like I said, man, an unboxing night. We got all kinds of. But to kick it off, man, we got a crazy report, from the report people, right? Indicating that DC Studios CEO James Gunn does not have total control over the DCU like we thought he did, or like he probably should if he's going to do this thing right. But Gunn is currently in the midst of preparing for a reinvented vision of the DC universe, Warner Brothers, the whole shabism, the whole shabagum, and he he's got the big name Superman Legacy, Creature Commandos about to come out, Waller set to kick things off for the franchise, but hiring the Suicide Squad director along with producer Peter Safran came after years of mismanagement of the brand. DC has been in the shit show business, diminishing financial critical returns, lack of clear cohesive vision, and that's why it was exciting for fans to see Gunn, or anyone, just somebody who was good at making superhero movies, a person, one mind, to come in and sort of shepherd in a new era for the series, much like Kevin Feige does for Marvel. You got to have a head. You got to have someone at the top that can make the decisions and split the decisions. And so yeah, and as it seems, this powerful vision and blueprint would enter the world unimpeded by studio meddling, is the whole idea, so that creativity can just flow and the comics can be, the movies can be comic accurate and things like that. But despite what many fans have thought, it looks like James Gunn and Peter Safran might not have as much power as we thought, or at least they don't have full power over the DCU as some had assumed. According to reporting from Variety, things remain unclear on how much control Gunn and Safran have over the superhero franchise, especially when it comes to streaming content on the WB-owned Max streaming service. Unlike their Marvel counterpart, right? Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige, the president there, WB and Max are creatively involved with the DC slate, whereas maybe Disney might not be as involved in Marvel Studios. So, and Feige remains fairly autonomous atop the Marvel Studios brand, and Gunn and Safran's tenure at DC Studios has reportedly been much more collaborative on the TV front. And so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but as Variety noted, sources familiar with, the subject described the partnership between the studio's CEOs and Max executives, Sarah Aubrey and Casey Blois, as seamless. And the first fruit of this partnership seems to be this upcoming The Batman spin-off show, The Penguin, which I'm very excited for. and they worked closely
Really?
together on it. Yeah, because Clayface, I think, was well, no, Clayface is going to be in the movie. So, but the report seems to contradict Gunn's previous comments when he, firmly told fans that DC is separate from Warner Brothers. He was very clear, and what we're finding out is actually maybe not the
True.
case. Yeah, and
Not as
so
much as he might put it.
That's why. That's why nothing is guaranteed or nothing is said until I see it on that screen.
hmm,
But with that being said, there is a rumor that is said that Universal Studios might be buying the rights of WB,
hmm,
which, in my opinion, is awesome because Universal Studios actually promotes and produces good quality movies.
mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Yeah, Jim Lee's still the president of DC Studios. See, DC's got that's DC Studios, and then you got Warner Bros. But I mean, it's a whole thing. He said no. What he said? In the studio with me, Medellin. What he said? He said no, they don't. DC is separate from Warner Brothers as of a couple of months ago. End quote.
Mm.
And so,
Mm.
but does Gunn need total control over the DC company? Because the news is going to come to a shock as a lot of DC fans for sure. For as long as James Gunn has been in this new role at the Blue Brand, it was assumed it meant that he and Peter Safran had total control over the franchise, especially the movies and what do you call it, media and whatnot. So the pitch initially, Warner Brothers was looking for a creative team to sit at the top again, and with the president with an 8 to 10 year plan, right? Like the MCU had that 10-year plan, and both for both stories in and out of the DCU. So it comes, after I think nearly a decade of Warner Brothers tipping on its own feet with the brand. It wanted a fresh start, and James Gunn looks to be the guy to do it. However, with all this said, the DC faithful shouldn't get too perturbed over the idea of these select few WB executives coming in to collaborate with the new DC Studios head. Because things have been going reportedly seamlessly between the two parties, and it hasn't been a problem. And so I think people are making this into something more than it might be. But the collaboration can also be a slippery slope, because just as long as these smaller partnerships with WB remain exactly that, things will be okay. If the Hollywood giant, comes, juggernauts in, studio starts to, stick its foot in the door more forcefully, overriding creative decisions from DC studio heads, then there will be problems. Fans will be pissed. Movies will suffer. And that's the worst case scenario. But all fans can hope for is, that this remains a collaboration with the WB side of things, and that Gunn and Safran hold the keys to the kingdom creatively, at least, without any studio interference.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So,
always wishful
so,
thinking.
so is that the biggest deal? The studio interference?
Yeah, the studio, well, WB maintaining their control, maintaining their, final say, shit like that.
Okay. I mean, that's
Hasn't
a
been
big deal. It's a big deal,
it
in a
hasn't
way.
been a
In a
problem
way.
yet, but
No,
yeah,
not yet,
potentially
but
it's a big
it
deal.
does. Right. It is potential because at some point the studio execs might want to go in a different direction. They might, you know, cut something. They might, oh, we don't like this, but we want this, or we're trying to do this. And the director's vision is way different than what the
Right.
studio execs want because they just
That's
care
why
about
nothing
dollars.
is guaranteed until it's shown on that screen. I'm upset about it because I'm like, bro, I didn't really like James Gunn wasn't the issue for me. So like I hear all these, I follow the social medias and everything. So I'm hearing James Gunn's gonna do this, James Gunn's gonna do that. We're gonna he's gonna strict out like Man of Steel and Ben Affleck. He's gonna redo the whole thing, and I'm like, why? We don't need that right now. But
Because
to the
those movies,
defense.
yeah, well, the Snyderverse, all of those movies, they weren't doing well. They weren't doing what they wanted. You might have liked them. We might have liked them. I love Man of Steel. I was pissed they got rid of Cavill. Like, we might have liked
Mhm.
them, but they didn't produce the way DC needed them to. And if they
Originally
continued
to
producing that
right.
way, DC was going to have to stop doing movies altogether. And so this was the saving grace. And that's why, like, yeah, I get fans of the Snyderverse might be upset, but DC wasn't getting what they needed out of those movies, and that's the reason they've stated for why they've done this.
But that's just like
They wanted bigger
football. I
numbers.
mean, you get rid of the head coach just because the team loses. That's not always just the issue. You know, it's not the head coach that's the problem. It's the player's performance that may be the problem.
I
It
think
may
they're
be underpaying, maintenance at the, yeah.
well, no, but their problem was they didn't have a head coach.
Yeah.
There was no guy. There was no guy at the top, and they needed a Feige, and that's what they did. They wanted a Feige. They needed a guy at the top, and they needed someone to sort of be that head coach, because shit wasn't going right, and that's what they did. They got Gunn to be their Feige. That's it. That's all it is.
Right. And you need somebody to sort the laundry. Somebody say yes, no, we're going in this direction. We're not gonna
decide ties, break ties and things like that. Make this final decisions and
because when you think about, when you look at Marvel's their 10-year run, it was good, and it was good because they had direction, and somebody had a vision for what they were supposed to be doing. That's why it was so good. Right now, it seems like they have no direction, and that's the problem.
Well, that's what happens when your top guy starts taking, taking orders from top Karens. But
but Marvel, like I love how you guys say, Marvel had a good run because they found a formula that worked and they stuck with that formula and they let it boost them into fame. And DC just needs to, it's not that they have to follow the same formula. Well, they kind of do, but Marvel was struggling before Iron Man. Iron Man is what saved them, but it was a simple story with a good actor, with good writing, and that formula, it changed the game. Follow that formula.
That's the idea, and that's what Hollywood does. They follow the formulas of what worked last. That's how they
I don't think WB's following that formula. What did they do wrong? They're doing too many of the same characters. Like, you don't need, if you're going to tell the story, either pick Superman or Batman as your leader. And then, like they kind of tried to do, but Batman goes and recruits the Justice League, which he didn't even recruit all the members. You got to hold true to the story. You tell your Batman movie, and then that Batman goes and starts the Justice League. Or you tell a Superman movie, and Superman starts up the Justice League.
That's what they did. That's what they did with Zack Snyder. He did that with Man of Steel.
Yeah,
that was the kickoff, and Justice League and Batman and But they had no direction. They didn't have someone to say this is how shit's gonna go, and we're gonna stick to it. It was like
they didn't follow the formula.
Yeah, they didn't have a formula. They were missing that Marvel method, and that's what that's their logic as to why they're bringing in a Gunn or someone to be their Feige, basically, because it's the Marvel method. They're like, oh, that shit worked. What were they doing? Well, let's check off the things they're doing. One of those things is they've got a guy at the top, and so they checked off all the boxes, and that's one they had to check off. I think that's just that seems like what they were doing logically as far as their way of making sense of it. I don't want to get too much into Marvel, especially on DC Power Hour. But before we even get too far into DC Power Hour, man, we got to speak about my man Keith Giffen. Sign off on his final episode. He passed away. He's the creator of Lobo.
Wow.
Yeah, the big homie, man. And so we definitely got to give our shout outs to give our flowers in post to the man, the myth, the legend, the renowned Lobo and Justice League International co-creator Keith Giffen, 70 years old, passed away, fatal stroke. Massive loss. Yeah, massive loss for the comic book industry at large. Legendary comic book creator.
He's wrote a lot of other stuff aside Lobo, though.
Sure. Yeah.
And I can't think of any of his other work. I was just looking at it. He did a lot of writing with Superman as well. I think that he was like maybe on Superman All-Star, like a team of them. But yeah, it's just, I wonder what they're going to do with Lobo now.
Well, I mean, I know he created them. I don't think he was the only one writing on Lobo or anything, but um, he did a lot of stuff. He's been around since back in the day. I think he's born in my hometown where I was, where my whole mother's side of the family's from is from Queens, New York in
Okay.
1952. And he entered the comic book industry when he was 23 and kicked off his career providing the cover image for Edward S. Barkin and Bill Mantolo's Sword in the Star short story in Marvel Preview number 1 or Volume 1, number 4. Sorry. Incredibly, and it would not take long for Giffen to leave his first major mark on the industry. Just 3 issues of the Marvel Preview later, he teams up with the aforementioned Mantolo to introduce a new character to the 616, a short, furry, genetically altered weapons expert known as Rocket
Rocket.
Raccoon. Yeah. And he from there he continues to work with Marvel, and Jerry Conway on the Defenders, Volume 142 to 54, and his dedicated time at the House of Ideas, which at the time was actually deserving of that title. They really did come through with the major cool shit, and would come to an end. Hang on one sec, and he did a lot of stuff. He did Commandi, The Last Boy on Earth. He did Challengers of the Unknown, a lot of DC stuff like The Flash, Volume 1, 306 to 313. He did Legion of Superheroes, did a lot of shit from 1980s, 82 to 98. And about 16 years he offered his talents to a number of DC's other books, most notably the 1987 Justice League Volume 1, where him and J.M. DeMatteis teamed up with Kevin Maguire to give their sort of genuine take on that team. And next year, after that, he got his first event, the DC Invasion event, which he did both the plot and drew the pencils for the series. So he was instrumental in some of the early, DC. Well, I guess early for us, when we were kids, early 80s DC shit. He was the guy that did the shit that when we were little was on the shelf. And through those 16 years, he co-created, 2 original characters. Um, Obviously
Gave him
Lobo
Jaime.
and
He gave us
Roger.
Jaime Reyes. He gave us Rocket, Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, yeah, Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. He also gave us Jaime Reyes too.
Yeah,
The Blue
Jaime
Beetle.
Reyes, Blue Beetle.
Mhm.
And he worked on shit like Valiant Comics, like Exo Man Award and stuff like that too. He didn't just do Marvel; he did Image stuff, Desperado. Um, so he was out. He was a free agent. He worked for everybody. He just did comics. He wasn't like a Marvel guy or DC guy or an Image guy. He was a comics guy, and he
He
just
did it
did
all.
comics, man. Did it all, and that's awesome. Like what a career to be able to say that you just worked for DC, Marvel, all of them. That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. That's a major. That's a life right there.
It is. It is. It really, really is.
It's cool shit.
Yeah.
It's cool shit. Yeah, because he did the Blue Beat.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he did Crisis on Infinite. After Crisis on Infinite Earths, he did the Blue Beetle reboot Volume 2, introducing like you said, Jaime Reyes, the successor to the Ted Cord version.
Yeah, Ambush Bug. Don't forget he did that too. He did work on Ambush
Yeah,
Bug. He did a lot, man.
worked on New 52 in DC. Yeah, a lot. Infinity Man, Forever People. Um,
I love the Forever People.
yeah,
Yeah.
he worked with Jeff Lemire,
Don't
Futures
forget Doom
End.
Patrol. Don't forget Doom
Mhm.
Patrol.
Yep. Yep. Recently, he did 2019 and 2021. He did with Jeff Lemire the Inferior 5 Volume 2, which aside from the title shared no relation to the original series, but it traded in its previous comedic tone for a more murder mystery involving Peacemaker and the return of the alien dominators. So Peacemaker was one of his toys in his sandbox too. So that's cool. Omega Men, you know,
Mega Man, cool.
all that shit.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, man. Big flowers to Keith Giffen.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of not wanting to do Marvel stuff on DC, they Daredevil.
No, we gotta save that for Monday. We gotta
Say
save
that for
that for
Monday.
Monday.
We'll save
Yeah,
it for Monday. We'll do it.
because it's a
We'll
whole
do it
thing.
Monday. It is a whole thing. Yeah, we gotta have a whole discussion about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll do.
it's a lot, but it's still a lot we gonna do today, y'all. Don't worry, we got a lot. And speaking of doing Marvel shit on DC, let's get into the unboxing. I know people love unboxing,
Yeah, let's get to the unboxing. Yeah, let's get to the unboxing.
and I
Let's get back at
suspect that it's Marvel stuff. I'm not 100%. It could be DC, could be G.I. Joe, could be Star Wars, but let's kick it off with the bazooka. Bam. You got him?
Oh, got it, bro.
We were just talking about that last night. Yeah.
No, it came quicker. I ordered it yesterday. I was like, yeah.
What?
It
Oh
came, bro.
shit!
It came
Overnighted it?
today. But I'm glad they did. Listen,
That's dope.
listen. They answered my prayers. I have never gotten a figure this fast, bro.
Heck no. But these came fast too. These came hella quick from Hasbro. But you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you a story about how I got these. I had to I got on their
You had to
ass.
do a little. You had
Yeah.
to do a
And then they just
little
delivered the
humdinger.
next day. Mm-hmm.
But you know what I like? I like the artwork. Look at that. That is boss, bro.
Yeah, no, it was the bazooka box, the first box I got that had that dope ass artwork like that, man.
Yo, bro. Listen, I gotta cut this out, man. Frame this is something I can't get rid of that. I can't. And here he is. Look at that. Bang, boom. Look at that.
Yeah, bro, he's dope. I had to pass on that Tiger Force joint. I waited for this one.
The Tiger Force one is on sale on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I don't want it.
It's under $20. I don't want it either. I want
I
the
don't want it.
original. Now,
The only
my only complaint is that you can't do Bazooka without Alpine. You can't.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's on deck.
Is he?
He's next.
Is he?
Alpine's coming. Alpine was there. We just saw the guy Lenny, I think it was, mentioned they are doing Alpine, so he is on deck. Yes. Bazooka's homeboy is coming. But that's just like putting out Zorana way before even planning about putting out Xandar. You know what I mean? Or before putting out the other original 3 Dreadnoughts. We just now getting Ripper and Buzzer, which, guys, big news. Ripper, Buzzer, Hawk, Shockwave, Helix, these new figures, they're not supposed to be delivered until December. Right now, you can go get the Dreadnought, Buzzer off Big Bad Toy Store. Mine's already about to be delivered. They already shipped it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They already shipped it. Buzzer's already on the way. Yeah, why you
wait till December? That's Christmas time.
Pull out his bazooka. Check out his fucking rockets, y'all.
Okay, yeah. Let me do that.
Come on, pull out the rockets. They got the little chest.
I
love the little chest.
I love these little chests, man.
It's like a little Foot Locker.
It is, and they got his name on it too.
Like, yep, that's why they're like their little Foot Lockers. Boom, right there. Hold on, let me blow it up. Bam. David L. Katzing. What's his name? Katzbogen? I forgot. Yeah, Katzenbogen.
Katzenflogen.
Bazooka.
Yeah, Katzenbogen. Bazooka. And they had to make it a German name because he got a bazooka.
Right.
Here we go. Look at this here.
Yeah, bro. The Snow Serpent comes with the same one.
Does he?
Yeah, it's cool. They got and he's got rockets too. He's got 4 little rockets.
Hold up. And this is crazy. Check this out. All right.
Show him the rock. Show him the.
This is wild. Look at the rockets.
Hold on, let me load up. And they got a little special rocket for the bazooka.
Look at that.
And they all,
This
yeah.
is crazy. Cause look, you can open the bazooka
Mm-hmm.
like a real bazooka and
Thumped.
put the rocket in. Yeah,
Yeah,
put the
thumped.
rocket in the back.
I mean,
Yeah,
you could put one in the
shut
back. You
it.
could put one in the front too. You could
Yeah.
load one. You could load one in the front. You know, but if you want to be
Oh,
authentic,
here's the
yeah,
special
that's
figure.
the one. That's the one coming. I put him in the front. Yeah, just had that one sticking out of the front with the yellow
Yeah,
check. That shit is dope. You
yo, that
can't.
is
You
dope,
can't.
man. Nah, you
Yeah,
can't.
you
You
can't front
can't.
on
The
classified.
quality. Nah,
Yeah,
you
the
can't front on the
detail.
quality of the classifieds, man. You really can't, man.
Yeah, his
Look
his
at this.
helmet and shit.
And,
Yeah,
and
man.
you were right, like you were saying how everything, like check this out, everything can fit on him. Look,
Oh yeah, yeah.
even the rockets have a place inside of his back. Like, yo, this is dope, man. You can put the rockets inside the backpack. They all fit in there. Look at that. Look at that. They all fit in there. Look.
Boom. Yeah, you can push
And
them
like you were
down in
saying
there.
before,
Yeah,
yeah, like you were saying
everything.
before, everything fits on the character. No matter what. There's no. Look, I got the bazooka on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I got the rockets inside, and I got a rocket inside the bazooka. Yo,
Yeah.
that's
Everything
boss.
they come with, everything they come with fits on them.
Yeah, that's boss right now. That's boss. I can't
That's
fit any
boss.
front of that. Yeah, I can't front of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a great figure. I was happy. I was real happy with Bazooka. The packaging is cool because they started going with this windowless packaging. I guess it protects the environment. Less plastic. That's cool, but it's got a. They usually just have this crappy bland photo of the figure, which it's kind of pointless because it's not the real figure anyway. You're not showing me what's in the box, so you might as well give me this cool art like you see here on the Bazooka package. That's dope.
Yeah,
Let
the
me
art
pull it.
is dope.
I mean, you might as well give me something. And it's got this cool comic version of Bazooka.
It does, and it looks phenomenal. Look at that.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Listen, you can't. I gotta cut. I'm gonna cut that out and frame that as something, bro. I
For
got
real.
to. I can't.
For real. So they sent
I
me
gotta do
these
something
two
with that.
joints. These are from
Wait, I'm kind of jealous, you guys. Who
these,
sends these to you guys?
these are from Hasbro Pulse. From Hasbro, Hasbro. They sent me this. And this is they sent two boxes. I suspect that the same thing is in both of these. Like I suspect that the same thing is in these boxes. Like I think there's 3 card back figures in here and 3 card back figures in here. Don't ask me why there's 2 completely different sizes of boxes.
They want to. They want to. They're trying to mix it up. They're trying to keep you on your toes.
I mean, it's fun. All right, here we go. I'm not one of these guys who's like, oh yeah, look at the brown tape and all. No, let's get into the goddamn.
Word.
Look at that. Fuck yeah.
Nah, zoom in, bro.
X-Men 97.
Magneto, oh wow,
He's
Yo,
beautiful, dog.
97.
wow.
Bro,
He
so this is
is.
the X-Men animated series.
Yeah, what are his hands? Are they balled up in fist or?
He's got fists and he's
Nah.
got these kind of joint. He's got that one right there on his
Yeah, he's
hand.
got the yeah. Yeah, those are more like the
And he's got some fists. He's got a great
Johnny
cape.
Depp. You got the Johnny Depp hands.
Yep. And I really like, okay, so this one there's black paint around his eyes. You can't see, it's kind of blurry, but it's got so that it has this effect. You see the black paint or the shadow on his eyes?
Yeah.
They actually paint the figure with black paint right there. I love that shit. That's fucking sick. And on the back, you've got, Magneto, Wolverine, Rogue, Storm, Bishop, and Gambit. Had to get all 6. Had to.
I thought we weren't gonna do Marvel. We should just go ahead and like jump into Marvel.
We're not gonna do Marvel, but it's an unboxing, and that's what came. You know, we're doing G.I. Joe, we're doing Marvel. So this is not technically us doing Marvel. Ah, yo, I do not have a Rogue figure until now. I finally have Rogue, and she is amazing.
No, show Rogue. Oh, then we might as well do Marvel. Oh, Rogue's awesome, bro.
I mean, as far as what we're gonna do about Marvel, we're gonna show these figures that I'm unboxing. That's as much Marvel as we're gonna get into because there's gonna be a big X-Men episode we gotta do because there's some shit about X-Men, bro. I can't even go into until I have time to really go into it. And this is
Storm, yo. That is phenomenal.
Bro, all right, what do you want for her? Real talk. Wait. What do you want for her?
Hey guys, you guys can get these right now from any big bad toy store, Amazon, every Hasbro, or I think they're $25.
I don't listen, not negative. It's not negative. I don't like how they did her hair.
No, I'm digging the mohawk. No, I like that.
Yeah, I like that, man. The
I think
mohawk,
it's cool.
it looked like it's flying in the wind, like she's making a windstorm.
Word.
That's dope, bro.
But I feel you. It's not for everybody. But it's
beautiful. Like it's a beautiful, yeah, absolutely. I love how she's dressed. I love the all white. I love the all white.
You gonna pose her? Yeah. Are you gonna pose her like she is on the back of the package or not?
You know, these are hard because these are the type that, you know, I always take my figures out of the package and pose them.
I would hang those on the wall, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, don't open them, bro.
The package is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't open them, man.
That's a wall. Yeah, that might be a wall piece.
Just like my G.I. Joe card backs, I can't open them.
I know. I open mine. And I see the empty card back. I still put the empty card backs on the wall because they're that dope. But listen, I'm a child. I'm an immature. I'm an immature child when it comes to this shit. I cannot resist taking them out of the package. All right, here we go. Yeah, I knew it.
Marvel.
Wolverine.
Wolverine. What else is in there?
Yes. All right, my man's right here. This is. Ooh, look at the mask, bro. Look how long the fucking fins are. They're huge. I love that.
Just like
bro, I do not have the money, but what's the site you got these off of?
These are like $25. You can get them this is from Hasbro Pulse. It's HasbroPulse.com. But you can get them, I think BigBadToyStore.com has them.
You gotta get a Nightcrawler, bro.
Amazon has them. They didn't make Nightcrawler, but they made the homie you see right here on my shirt.
Gambit.
Black Blum to them.
Wait, let me see Gambit.
He's got the card throw effects.
I like how they did that. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. This is the animated series version, guys. So these are meant to look like the cartoon. They're not meant to be realistic or the comics. They're meant to look, and it's not even meant to look like this, which is the original X-Men, the animated series. It's meant to look like the new one that's coming out soon. That's going to be called X-Men 97. So, but that's the reason for that's why they look the way they do.
Reno, look, what's this? I know this is Ant-Man, but look, they have
no, it's not Ant-Man, it's Giant Man. But I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna break that down in a second. Because that's a HasLab, and that is you're on the right website. But this is I was a little disappointed. I'm not disappointed. This is phenomenal. I thought I was going to be disappointed. I like the head sculpt. There's not been a good Bishop figure for Marvel Legends. There's been some cool ones, but they don't match the current body shape. They almost look like He-Man figures. The Bishop figures, they're always very stocky, really wide. They don't match the other figures.
You got Bishop.
Black Blum.
That's Method
Man. That's like when Method Man plays Bishop. That's
I would like to see Storm's mullet on him. Not white, but black. I would like to see him with the mullet. But
he does, he normally has a mullet. This is his new updated haircut. He normally has a long hair mullet.
They trying to give him Method Man hair.
Does he have the M on his face?
Oh yeah. He's got the M tat on his face. You got to have that in there. You can see it. You can see it here in in the picture, but yeah, it's on the.
You might have to
The
open
M-
that one up and show us.
The M on his face stands for Method Man. That's what the M stands for.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought it was some
Stu, don't do that.
It doesn't really stand for Method.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up.
Obviously, it stands for mutant. It stands for mutant.
It stands for mutant.
Yeah, all the mutants of that era where he's at in the future, they have to get that tattoo. It denotes them as a mutant because they're all persecuted. And the only mutants that are not in prison are the mutant cops, like Bishop. And he goes back into the past, which puts him in our joint. But there he is. Let me blow that one up. There you go.
See, like I would like him. You see the mullet? I would
That's
like
like
him to look
Alex.
like that.
Yeah, that's the original. You know, that's how he normally looks. That's his main character. They also have a bald head version, but this is new for this show, and I believe the reason I'm not mad at this is I believe that they're gearing up, getting people ready for Method Man to be Bishop, and so they're giving you that sort of look. And so when Method Man comes out as Bishop, it won't be like that's not how Bishop looks. That's how Bishop looks.
You think they're gonna do a Bishop movie?
Method Man. Listen,
No, I
we
just
don't
think
care
that
how.
I think Method Man is going to play Bishop in the mutant movies and the MCU stuff.
Yeah, because he's been real quiet about it, which means that they already hired.
Yeah, but are they gonna do a Bishop movie?
No, not a Bishop movie. No, he'll just be in the movie. He'll just be in the mutant movie.
Listen,
He'll just be a character.
Listen,
Yeah,
just a little bit too hard.
that would
We
be.
gotta take, we got to make one wish at a time. One wish at a time.
Oh man, the package is damaged on this Gambit one.
That means you just
Gotta open it.
Just
Gotta open it.
I was gonna say that. Open it.
Just gotta
Might as well
open
open
it.
it.
You have to. There's no way you can't. I don't see how you could even consider not opening
Resale,
it.
yeah, resale value's down now. Gotta open it.
Yeah, open it. Yeah.
All right, we're going in. Woo. And he's got his staff. Here we go.
Staff.
It's actually a nice looking staff. There he is.
Bishop figure.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm from Louisiana, so he's from New Orleans. I mean, like that's my hometown hero.
Kaboom! Yep. Just guess who stepped in the room?
Whoa, what's good, my
brother? What's good?
Peace, how y'all doing?
Peace.
Let me put myself on cam.
This is phenomenal, y'all. He has.
I couldn't get back to you that day, man.
Oh yeah.
The wife had me on lock, bro.
Nah, you
it's all good.
The wife had me on lock.
You know how that goes.
I don't respond to nobody.
We know how that goes.
He's on punishment, huh? Couldn't get.
Hey, my wife and kids are out of town, bro.
A good
look.
Oh, that's why it's quiet over there.
That's why it's quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, you cooking all kinds of stuff you ain't supposed to be eating.
Right. Like I got pizza in the oven.
Yeah.
Look, this is my whole setup.
Yo, check him out.
This is my table, like TV, movie night. Pizza's coming soon. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
He's got the bachelor pad set up. But yeah, check out Gambit.
I like the limp. I love the limp. Bro, it wasn't that long in your hands. Did it expand?
What's that?
The staff.
Oh no. That's how it.
It didn't seem that long in your hands. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a bias.
That's what she said. All right, so that's how his cape or his cape. That's how his trench coat is.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get the equivalent of what you have in the old version.
Oh yeah, I got the older version too. Yeah,
show him your storm. Show him the storm again. I want to see what he says about it.
So yeah, that's the other Gambit that I got.
Wow.
Right. Marvel Legends. And you can see the difference, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Big difference. Big difference.
I like the hair. I like this Gambit's hair, and I like this Gambit's coloring.
Yeah.
The Marvel Legends. What is that? That's the Legends?
That's the Legends. And then this one is
Which
for
legend is that one? Because they had there's three
yeah.
generations.
I had to go get the box. It's laying over there somewhere. I'm not sure which one
So
exactly,
that's
but
I can tell that's the original box one.
mm,
By the jacket, because Blade had the same jacket, I believe.
it looks like the
Not
Spider-Man Noir jacket.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They use
But
that same thing. Hold on.
yeah. But this is the so this is the X-Men the animated series version, and well, for the new one, not the old one, not the X-Men old one. But I do like the handhold grips that they got for him, and then he's got this cool, which they always do this. Pretty
The
much
deck of cards.
every Gambit figure comes with a flaming
Throwing
card
cards.
and a hand where he's throwing.
Now, this is
Yeah,
what
with the
I
kinetic
wanna.
cards.
I don't want to rain on your parade. I'm sometimes I can be a Debbie Downer, but sometimes it has to be done because I'm not a fan of Marvel Legends crew, the three
Oh
guys,
yeah,
because they've been messing people over, right?
oh
Luke
yeah, yeah.
Cage. Luke Cage.
Yeah, that Luke Cage was
They
horrendous.
messed that up.
That was horrendous.
That's been on my
Check it
feed.
out.
Like I follow all Black heroes, and that's been on my feed nonstop. Luke
So
Cage is awful.
so if you look at the old one, the card, the playing card, it's just the pink.
Okay, now here's
It's
the
just
other
the,
one.
hang on, yeah, it's just the pink. What do you call it? Kinetic energy. This one is cool because the one that came with this one actually has a little heart.
Card.
Yeah, it's got a card on
Mhm.
there, and I like to stick it between his fingers, like he's holding it like that.
Just like
Um,
that.
Now, this is the one that came after the first one.
Then he's always got these.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a good coloration. Yeah, let me throw.
So see, this is the other one that came on the card back as well.
Yep,
Last one.
yep. Which is
Right.
kind of it's kind of in between these two with
Yeah.
the style.
But if you
It
see
is.
the jacket, look at the area of the jacket. You don't see any other color. It's nice and tight. They did this right.
Yeah, that's what I like about this one.
Did they do that? Because I see the purple, and I mean the pink. Like they really cut the holes a little bit wider
On what?
on the jacket. I'm talking about on this part. You see this? Look
Yeah,
all around your
essentially,
arm.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a tank top. See?
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. You see that?
Oh yeah, you can see inside.
That's
Ain't
what
that some
pisses
shit?
me off. They really.
All right,
piss
check
me
that
off,
out,
bro.
y'all. Look at that inside the coat. You can see his fucking the
And,
pink.
Yeah.
and on this
yeah,
one,
yeah.
the carded one from before,
On this one didn't have that. Yeah, this one's real solid. This is
Yeah,
real
they
solid.
Can you color that out? Like, can you like merge it together or color it?
Color that out, man. Nah.
I shouldn't have to, but I shouldn't have to. But you could
Might have to
probably.
switch jackets, man.
But yeah,
Well,
you can
talk about
you can
that.
literally take this. I could take this off. I could take this trench coat
Yeah.
off. I could
Yeah.
peel that off of him pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
Yo,
it doesn't
that's why I
even.
didn't buy them. I didn't buy any.
Wow.
I started
Well-
looking at everything. After Luke Cage, I started looking at everything, and these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, that Luke Cage is that two-tone cat is not what it is. But
Can you show him Storm?
Yeah,
Again, I'm just hyped about Storm.
Nah, some of these
Yeah,
are
Luke
great.
Cage was that bad?
Yeah, like
Luke
all
Cage.
over my
What?
feed. Like I
Yo,
follow
Luke
nothing but
Cage looked Dominican and African in one time.
his head
We're
was one
saying-
color, his chest was another color.
yeah,
Hand
the
was
way that
another
his
color.
shirt opened up was wrong. The chain around his
So
belt
good,
was
bro.
wrong.
I'm
The fists were wrong.
and that's
Nah.
crazy, man. I was like upset. Like at least get one color straight on the body and the face.
I love what they did. I love what they did putting the black paint like that on this Magneto in the eyes. So I love what they did with the Magneto. It's the same body as the other one. I do love the really big fins on this Wolverine head on this mask.
Yeah.
I have probably every Marvel Legends Wolverine that
That's
they've done.
probably the best Wolverine out of all the Wolverines they
That's the
made.
best one I've ever
I
seen.
love that shit. Love that so far. And there's a Storm one
Besides
that
the Yamagachis.
that
The
deal-
That's
Yamagachis
the
is
same
good.
body, just
Well,
the head.
It's let me see if they well let me see
I'm
if
the
this
I hate
it
to
might be the exact no let me look at it because I want to see if it's
I'm the
exactly
inspector of these Marvel Legends. Trust me. I hate to be that, but I am that.
no I want to see that shit. It's the same costume, but I think it might be a little different. There's some different shit on the wrist. A lot of it looks the same though, but I think the badges
Oh,
look a
that
little
hair.
different.
Wait. Show it again. I'm sorry. Show that one again.
Yeah, that
That
hair is
hair,
awesome.
bro. I told you. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's how you. Yeah, they got that one for.
Bro.
They got that one for you. This is the new, like, this is their updated version. But yeah, you can see it's
That white might be more solid. This is a pearlescent white they have on this one.
Yeah.
This is more pearlescent on this one because of the plastic they used.
right. This one, I really like the white is matte and the yellow is gloss. That's cool.
Okay.
The X symbols look a little smaller than the ones on yours. They look a little smaller. I can't be for sure.
Yeah.
And then the wrist, yours have a thick bracelet. This one doesn't. It's just like yellow paint.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like, see, in the animated movies, I don't even remember her hair being like that. Hey, listen, good.
No, this is the new one that's about to come out. We haven't seen these iterations yet.
One.
Yeah, we haven't seen these iterations yet
They
until
also
we see the
had
show.
her with a mohawk, with the comic book version mohawk when she was battling
That's this one.
what are the Morlocks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was battling the Morlocks.
That's this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
When she was rocking with Callista and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Battling who's gonna be the leader of the X-Men with Cyclops as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who won? I'm curious.
Storm.
You see how he looked at me like cool, like what?
She's a god.
Nah,
he looked at you like wow. He looked like wow.
They had to give it to Storm because Storm is like.
Well, she's been with them since the beginning.
Yeah.
Not
Cyclops.
Not really.
Cyclops is there from jump.
Cyclops been there since way longer than Storm. Yeah, she came in the second. Yeah, she came in the second class when Professor X went all around the world and got people from different countries. She came from Africa. You got Sunfire from Japan, Nightcrawler from Germany. What's his name? Colossus from Russia. Wolverine from Canada. Yeah. So everybody. And then
from Germany.
Yeah, because the original X-Men are Jean Grey, Scott Summers, Bobby, Beast, and Angel. Those are the original. Yeah, those are the original 5.
Marvel.
And wasn't, but like, listen, you guys know, you know better than me. But Storm wasn't one of the original professors before Cyclops.
No,
not at all.
No, not at all. No.
See the movies.
So what was?
You're talking about the movies, though. Yeah, don't even forget about everything you learned in the movies.
But I'm going based off. Well, okay, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, if you're going off the movies, that's a whole different canon.
That's
yeah.
But the reason
it was
why
only 5 of them. Yeah, it was only 5 of them to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bobby
the
Drake,
reason why
Scott
Storm
Summers
really became the lead is because Scott was going through his shit because of the thing after Jean Grey, Phoenix, and she was gone. So he was depressed and all that. So he couldn't lead shit.
Yeah, he was messed up in the head for a little bit.
Yeah, but he bounced back after she.
Back. But right, they had it all fucked up in the movie.
Yeah,
but
their Jubilee is gonna turn out because this is the best Jubilee they have so far.
Is that the new one?
Nah, this is the one that was in the what wave? Forget what wave. The Caliban. The Caliban wave.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's dope.
You know what I mean?
They have
where is she from? She's like from somewhere different.
California.
She what? They found her in the mall, right?
In the mall.
Yeah, but like, isn't she from like? I thought she was. I don't want to say Jewish, but she might have been Russian or something like that.
No,
No.
Julie's from
No, she definitely
America.
American.
America.
She's
Minnesota,
definitely American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She they have a new figure of her for the X-Men animated series version.
Yeah,
that,
cell shaded.
cell shaded one, right?
She's a Chinese immigrant.
Peak. I really want those. She is half Asian. Yeah, she's half
Yeah,
Asian.
she's
half
yeah.
Asian. Yeah, she is half.
But
Yeah.
she's an American. She was born here. So
Yeah, that's what I was asking. But like it says that she was.
No, right. Yep.
Yeah, she's Asian American.
yeah, you got some dope figures, man. It's just, I'm a stickler when it comes to like them charging you for more. Cause see, these figures that I'm putting up against your figures were $19.99.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the cost higher and you're giving us bullshit as far as the aesthetic and everything? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
that was there was no call for that Luke Cage. And this
I would have been happy if they just changed the heads, bro. Honestly,
this ain't gonna kill me. Like I'm not. This is not gonna. This ain't gonna bother me. This is not gonna bother me.
Yeah.
That it's not bad enough. It doesn't bother me with the gambit with the sleeve because I don't see him from the side, but that is pretty fucking bad. Look at that.
That's bad. Just
That's
like
bad.
with when if you're a photographer of the toys, because there's tons of them out there, right? And
Right.
you're doing dynamic poses. You don't
Well-
want to see those inconsistencies because sometimes you got to go in Photoshop and try to cover that shit up. You know what I mean? And it becomes a headache.
But to that though, check this out. So when it comes to action figure photography, there is no better figure than the Yamaguchi, the amazing Yamaguchi, the Japanese figure.
Yeah.
They're the illest out there. No question.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Now that
I was
is
not-
the best one, right?
bro, the poses that you can do with these, the articulation is unmatched. There's no other figure on the market that can do the poses. But I'm gonna tell you something. This is the only one I'll ever buy, and I'll never buy another one. Let me tell you why. They're good only for photography. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They fall apart from the side. If you look at them from the wrong end, talk about gaps. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
You would have to really pose them in a right dynamic. Have your camera ready.
It's
Yeah.
Now, if
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even know it did that until you showed me.
no one does, because if you're not a photographer, because if you're a photographer, you can easily hide that. Look, you won't see that. You can pose it all kinds of ways, but if I pose it like this and it shows that in the picture, what you don't see is that if you turn it around, it shows the huge gap. So the photography is dope. Like you could do the photography with these because if you look at it from a certain angle, it'll be perfect and do some dynamic shit. But as soon as you look around the side of it, I mean, look at the hole in the elbow.
Yeah, you shift the
Look at-
angle. You're like,
These are the forearms. Yeah, as soon as you look from the side, you see how I mean, they have these huge gaps in the shoulder blades. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how big that. Look at that.
With the Marvel Legends team, all they should have done was the same molds. Because I mean, technically, that's what it really is. I mean, they just modified the molds. But if they did the same molds and just changed the heads, nobody would have been none the wiser. Nobody would have been prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Change the color palette slightly, and they wouldn't have had no fuss. But since they want to change up everything for the sake of saying that they did all new molds and stuff, now they're getting backlash for it.
Nobody is touching G.I. Joe Classified. Let's talk about G.I. Joe. I'm gonna get rid of Marvel. No one is fucking with Classified. Look at the amount of shit that comes in the box. What Stu just brought out, where he just opened that bazooka. That's not a deluxe figure. That come with all that gear.
Yeah.
These come with.
Hey, my brother.
These come with one set of hands.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, Bishop gets a pistol.
Oh yeah.
The rest of them, just all they got is an extra set of hands. That's it. G.I. Joe, you're gonna get a whole box of artillery, all kind of weapons, shit that straps on their body, knives, grenades, guns, pistols, rockets, clips for the fucking rifles, dog. I mean, silencers, that removable silencers. Like, come on, bro.
Movable magazines.
That's why I said clip. And then you got the ones you could pay a little more. You get skis, snowboards, fucking, extra jackets and shit, extra heads. One of them
Heads
come
with
with
a
a little,
hood, heads
one
without
come
a
with a
hood.
little vehicle. Yeah, yeah. Trouble bubble, but nobody's touching them. Nobody's doing anything like it, and their price point is the same. It's $25, just like the rest.
$25, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Can't beat
The
it.
the,
Brother
the,
hooked me
the
up today. He
detail.
got me 3 Crimson Guard.
Oh yeah, from Ollie's.
No. From Walmart. The retro one. The
Oh word, yeah.
silver face joint.
Bro, you got to take us on a tour of your little cubicle right there, bro. Like, you got to show
Word.
us everything, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, follow me on Instagram.
No, all right.
Toy
I
collect-
will. I will. Follow me on TikTok.
I got
Bro, Reno, are you on TikTok?
Nah.
Yeah.
I need to get on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm on there.
Bro, I hit 1,000. Anyway, look, drop your, or how can I find you on Instagram?
Toy Collector Goon.
Toilet collector goon.
Yeah. You'll see like a mashed out teddy bear in the street. Like he ran over in the rain. That shit was random. I drove
Stu.
up on that and took a picture of it.
What's up?
Because it was in the street. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Bro, I'm tripping. I already follow you.
Oh, for real?
You just posted about the Luke Cage.
Oh, okay. Goddamn then. What? Okay. Shit. We follow each other and don't even know it.
Yeah, right?
What type of shit? Crazy. Yeah, I got that. And then hold on. Got one more.
Love the big
more
thing.
thing.
Yeah, so Dr. Mindbender, I was bidding on this one because so far they've been like $180. I've been seeing them 175 for Dr.
Yeah.
Mindbender. Now they're $60. They're going for $60 to $80 on eBay. This one I was
Yeah, I'll
about
take
to
that.
win for like 50. But I'm not about to go in right now, but I mean I could still win
Do
this.
you
I'll
click
probably-
on buy now to see the filter out to see if you don't have to go through that
Oh, if they have an option, it'll say, or the buy it now price, but they don't have it buy it now on this one. But some of these buy it nows, they got some for 75 plus shipping, 85 plus
I
shipping.
mean,
It's still ones up here trying to sell them for 225. This asshole, 104, 125, but people have gone down to 90 and 80 a lot.
they heard the retro one is coming out soon.
Right.
The one
Oh.
yeah. I don't even know how different it's gonna be. I mean, what they're gonna do? Make
Hey,
it
listen,
monitor
it'll be a
first?
chance to
It'll
be a chance to snag one for a decent price.
Yeah, that's what it'll
That's
be.
what it gives you.
It'll just be a reissuing on a card back for people. Sure.
Man, this is a good
It's
unboxing
right
day here today. We've just
Yeah.
been unboxing all kind of trash.
Well, all
right
right,
there.
look, here's
People
my
really-
unboxing.
When the cat's
Oh,
away, the
snap.
mice will
What's
play.
that, chili?
Yes, sir.
Bro said chili.
Well, I can't say I couldn't see it straight. Not A2 Faye.
Slim Jim Longfoot.
It's
What's up?
Faye.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pizza.
Somebody
Oh,
got
yeah,
the
set the
fire
fire
alarm
alarm.
going on.
Well, he made a pizza. He not supposed to eat the fire alarm one.
You ain't supposed to. You're supposed to be eating poor boys and A2 Faye, my friend. Because that's the tastiest shit ever. My
Yes,
grandma made
sir.
gumbo and all that, man.
Oh yeah, that's that. What?
Louisiana, hell yeah.
Louisiana's crazy. You know what? Haitian food is crazy too. Like, I had a neighbor that used to come. Oh my God, used to give us pots of shit. It was insane, dog. Some of the best food I ever in my life. But Louisiana, one of the best places in the country.
So I got this on Amazon for $31. I had
Hold
to wait
on.
till it went down. So
What is it?
the Blue Ninjas.
I'm here in
yeah.
Louisiana. You eat boudin?
Huh?
You eat boudin?
Boudin?
Yeah, I was struggling to turn off the fire alarm. Yeah, boudin. Bro, I'm from Louis. Well, I'm not from here, but like I've been here for a while. So etouffee, boudin, shrimp.
What part? What you over there near Mandeville?
Yeah, well, Mandeville's like maybe 35 minutes away from me.
Yeah,
Lafayette, Baton Rouge.
that's where my family's from Mandeville. My mother's side.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the
That's
Laurent.
what's your last name?
Laurent. Like you say
Laurent.
Laurent? Like you say Laurent?
Laurent.
I thought that was your first name.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I don't think you guys are related to us, but you know the Ritos,
We have the Gaines. The Gaines is
that's familiar. The
yeah,
Broussards, you guys know any Broussards?
yeah. There's a lot of families interlinked down there, man. It's wow. It's wild. And
Yeah, that's peak right there.
down there,
That's
there's
dope
a
right there.
down there too. That
Check
a
it
lot
out.
of people don't know. Everybody think Seminole Indians were mostly in Florida. There was a lot of them in Louisiana.
Where's
Yeah,
Vaughn?
bro. That's why I always say do your research on who you are and where you're from. Know your ancestry.
Yeah, you got to.
That's my
All
family.
right, fellas, I got to break out of here. I got to go
Already?
do my grind.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Well, I got
What?
to. Yeah.
Why you gotta leave?
Batman.
early?
He just said Batman.
I've been staying a little later than usual, but I've been like just kind of making it to work, man. I've been
Yeah.
almost on a like right there to being late.
Be safe, man. Get that
Yeah. So
money.
I got to give them a couple. I got to give them a couple Saturdays when I get there on time. Then
Word.
I'll stay late on the show a couple times.
That's
Gotta
right.
mix it up.
We'll see you Monday.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
I'll be here Monday. Listen, I'm gonna still keep watching though. Keep unboxing. I'm gonna still keep watching. But I catch y'all Monday.
Absolutely.
Easy.
All
All
right,
right, bro.
Thanks,
Peace.
bro.
All right, well, peace.
Word.
Rolling into we got a big list. We got a big list of stuff we got to cover tonight. We got a whole lot of topics, a whole lot of subjects and brands and whatnot. Rick and Morty is
Rick
one of
and
my
Morty.
favorite.
Sorry.
Yes. One of my
Rick and
favorite
Morty.
joints. One of my favorite joints when it was still Rick and Morty. Since they've recast and got rid of Justin Roiland, and it's just, you know, they didn't just recast the voice of Morty or Rick. They recast the guy that literally it's his show. He created the whole thing. He's the creator of it. He's not on. He is the characters. So you've just got voices in place, and so season 7. This is going to be difficult to talk about for 3 reasons. Okay, one, Rick and Morty has become so popular at this point that you're either a diehard fan or you just refuse to watch it on principle. Either way, this is not going to change your mind one way or the other. Two, the controversy around Justin Roiland's firing and replacement only heightens, the strong opinions and that we all already have about Rick and Morty and the situation. And 3, Adult Swim has a list of spoilers to avoid that basically kneecap any attempt of trying to describe anything that actually happens in the first 2 episodes of season 7. So it's just kind of like a sneak peek. But nevertheless, the gods demand a review. So here we are. But based on what I've seen so far, Rick and Morty is mostly more of the same. The first 2 episodes don't do much to advance the overarching plot, but also they fail to recapture the magic of the show's best standalone episodes. They're fun, but they're pretty basic. They're okay. But Rick and Morty, the formula should be simple: parody, genre or trope, clever twist. Occasionally say something about canon. And that's it. But we enter, the back half of the show's 100 episode deal with Adult Swim, and it's I think increasingly clear that the once brilliant sci-fi cartoon has run out of ideas. And we may be at the start of a long, painful slog to the finish, in my opinion. And if there's still some, fun to be had along the way, we'll see. But
have you finished season 7?
No, we've only got a sneak peek of the first 2 episodes. They're not actually out yet.
Am I tripping? Because I thought that season 7 came on HBO.
It's not
I
out yet.
might be still on season 6. Let me
Yeah,
ask you this:
seven's not out yet.
Have you seen Space Beth and Human Beth? Do you know that story?
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
We're on the same page then. Cool.
yeah. That's that's the last season. This new one that's about to come out is not does not include the show's creator Justin Roiland as either the voice or the idea man or director or any capacity whatsoever. So that's what we're talking about, is basically the fact that you've taken out everything that made it Rick and Morty, and now it's just basically a shell of Rick and Morty. It looks like Rick and Morty. It might sound like Rick and Morty, might even feel like Rick and Morty, but it's definitely not. And you can tell. And what that means is that they're going to run out of. I think they have run out of ideas that are so profound. Rick and Morty had some profound shit happening. Okay, if you were into that show, Evil Morty, all right, a lot of the weird shit that went down, there was some very profound, deep shit. And then people make fun of people, make fun of people saying that Rick and Morty is a smart cartoon or you got to be intelligent, whatever. There's some fucking deep shit that happens, and I think that's gone. I think I think that was Justin Roiland, and I think whatever an asshole, scumbag, misogynist, whatever that he is, whatever the show was out of his brain, and that is what it is. So if you like the show, now the brain is gone. There was the original run, which established the show as an instant classic thanks to its sci-fi parodies, heartfelt monologues, which could have come right from Dan Harmon, who is the co-showrunner. But then at the end of season 2, the show took a wild turn, establishing lots of lore around Rick and his history as an intergalactic freedom fighter. And dude, there's this cool shit. And then there's this wild cliffhanger, and then a very long wait for season 3. A lot of hype, and it seemingly like broke the brains of a lot of the fans to that point that when the show finally did return, it somehow caused riots at McDonald's. Okay, so there was a sauce that was a promotion for the movie Mulan called Szechuan sauce. And in the show Rick and Morty, Rick talks about how he loves the Szechuan sauce from Mulan when they did this Mulan. Hang on, what is that? Oh, when they did this Mulan promotion at McDonald's, they came out with this promotional sauce, this special sauce, Szechuan sauce. And basically, it prompted enough people to go request this at McDonald's that they actually came out with the sauce again for Rick and Morty, based on Rick and Morty. So yeah, a lot of crazy shit. But since then, Rick and Morty has basically oscillated between trying to return to that original parody of the week format and big juicy lore dumps. But in 60 episodes in, we're running out of things to parody, and the show's canon has become so complicated. Even the most nerdiest fans who write shit in notebooks are having trouble keeping track of the plot. Because it is very convoluted, and season 7's opening episodes really don't do shit to fix those issues. And I don't. There's a lot else that needs to be addressed. Justin Roiland's replacements. I won't go into why Justin Roiland is no longer associated with Rick and Morty. You probably already know. Just Google it. I don't want to get into it, but it's worth discussing how this impacts the show itself. The short answer is that, not really. The show itself, not really at all. I mean, Morty's voice sounds exactly the same as it did before. Rick seems a little off. I think it seems a little... There's just something not right about it. It's just not quite Rick. Because it's not him. It's a guy doing him.
No, now that's fair, but with Rick to credit is he's starting to develop feelings as well. He's starting to develop that conscience. So maybe that's where we can see the strange new Rick. That's like, man, I want to love my family. Like, and when in season 6, if you haven't seen it, he develops a robot that self-consciously loves his family, throughout the whole entire episode. So in my opinion, he's developing that conscience, he's developing that heart condition, and hopefully with the season finale, he's going to show where Rick sacrifices himself, which is the most selfless act for a narcissistic, for his family.
Have you finished this episode or the season?
Bro, I'm a little bit odd because I finished season 6, but I don't know about season 7 yet.
It's not
But
out
I
yet.
but I felt like I watched season 7, but that's
You can't.
silly.
It's not out
It
yet.
might have been, it's 6.
Yeah, it's 6. But
What do you mean, the way they dragged it on, or what?
No, I'm a Rick and Morty fan, so I started from the very
okay.
beginning up until now.
Okay.
And season 6 was so inspirational because I started to see the change of Rick. For me, I'm not sure about the ins and outs, but I'm starting to notice that it's a developing storyline, and hopefully and whenever the finale is, we're gonna see Rick not be selfish for one time in his life and give his own life for his family. You got Beth, you got Space Beth, you got the sister, I forgot her name. You got Morty, you got the best father, Jim. What's the father's name?
Whatever Jerry.
Jerry. So you got Jerry and you got him.
That's a Rick and Morty little corner. That's all Rick and Morty pops. That's Rick and Morty stuffed animals. That's a Rick and Morty poster.
Yeah.
Little figures and shit over there. I was all in when that show came out. I was blown away.
So I want
to.
That's one of the best.
I was in too. Like I was invested. I'm still invested. But like you said, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you guys. Okay, now that y'all know about the creator having his problems and not being associated with Rick and Morty, do you think that this is a turn in the show to where interest will be lost and then they'll have to just cancel it altogether?
I think it's either gonna be that or they're gonna have to create new fans, which they may do. Yeah.
In my opinion, cancel everything. I mean, I'm sorry, finish off season 7. Make Rick the lovable character where he sacrifices his life in the show. Don't give me more, because like you said, like if this is the mastermind behind the psychopath, cool, in the show. I don't want any more. I love the show. I enjoyed the show. I don't need a season 8. In the show on a good note, because you will never understand the mastermind behind the psychopath.
It's true. I mean, the storyline, the Rick's, the whole plot and the way it, is so crazy. It doesn't serve to try and solve it all and come to an ending, because the sort of complexity of it is what's cool about it, and you don't want to sort of take the air out of that. And so, I mean, yeah, I think you're right. Just sort of make a nice ending and let's leave it at that, because at this point it's jumping the shark. I mean, I don't know. They're just trying to keep it going, and which it's a huge franchise where they're not going to just cap it and end it, because they don't give a fuck about making a quality written piece. They give a fuck about milking it for all they can.
They're thinking about selling merchandise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's it.
I would end it. I mean, like, if you remember I don't want to talk all about it, but in season 6, you have an episode where Beth and Space Beth get together. And like, bro, that was like so interesting and inspiring. What would you do if you met a doppelganger of yourself and fell in love, right? But that seems to be like the story that they found that was written down, and they followed that. Cool.
Bro.
You got to put an end, because you will never come up with something as clever as that. You got to put an end to it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, you do have to put an end to it at some point, because it just you end up you've passed the chance to make a great ending, and now you're just floundering, and now you're just making up shit and making up more shit just to make up more shit, and it doesn't make sense, and it ends up fizzling out. And almost every show and big franchise does it this way. They just milk it until it becomes hated by everybody. And then decades go by after people hated it. And then all of a sudden the nostalgia kicks in and everybody remembers why they loved it before the actual franchise made us hate it. And then we like it again, then we get the nostalgia again, and then they get to milk it again.
Yeah.
And that's how they run this shit.
Exactly how it goes.
So, yeah.
I'll
And
tell you, but I'll tell you guys this scary story real quick. We were watching Static Shock on live, and I went and researched it. The reason why Static Shock was canceled was because not enough people were buying toys.
no,
And that's
yeah.
scary because now maybe we should just stop buying Rick and Morty toys and let them put an end to this, maybe? Or what do we do? If I stop buying toys, I mean, then does that mean that my favorite TV show is going to get canceled? What do I do?
mean, my thing. I mean, no, but I feel the same way. You're right, because like I feel the same way about the Star Wars shit. Perfect segue, because you know the Rey movie, the Rey bullshit, that whole storyline needs to be destroyed. We need to kill that. We have to destroy it. And the only way we can destroy it is just by not going to the movies when they put that bullshit out. You can't go. Stop going. Stop paying them your money. I know it's Star Wars, and I know you got to see it anyway, and I get that. And they know that. They're depending on that. They know you're going to go see it because it's Star Wars. And we have to fucking resist, man. We have to not go. We have to not go. We have to boycott it. We have to not pay them that money. We have to not go see that bullshit so they stop making it, because they'll keep making that trash.
Hell yeah.
As long as people keep going to see it.
The scary thing about what you just said is that we actually have to get up and go do that. Like, real talk. Like, we have to get up and, like, we want this, we want that, or make it ourselves. But I mean, like, who can afford to make your own, TV series that you want?
Do you know who Howard Kazanjan is?
No, who's that?
All right, so he's a producer of Star Wars, the original, back in the day and shit. All right, so Google it. For all those unfamiliar with Kazanjan, he produced The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then Raiders of the Lost Ark. Shit like that. The Rookie, Demolition Man, a whole bunch of shit. And in the late in his book, Howard Kazanjan, A Producer's Life, he says, quote, "Generally speaking, I love this. I just want to say I love this before I say it. I love this from his book. Generally speaking, I think the filmmakers on The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi didn't understand the story." He elaborates. They didn't understand what a Jedi Knight was all about. That's the simplest way to put it. Skywalker's the story, and I think that's where they failed at. I'm not talking about just Mark Hamill as Skywalker. It's the overall psychological story of Skywalker and, of course, the Jedi Knights. The ardent fans know more about the storyline than those filmmakers.
I 100% agree. I'm like, wow, that's so deep. I 100% agree. Like, why don't we have another Luke Skywalker movie, bro? Like, that's...
He's not alone. His wife, George Lucas's wife, Maria Marcia Lucas, she was more integral in making those movies than George in a lot of ways. She was such a huge part of those movies, and she said that pretty much the exact same shit on I forget it was an interview. She said like Kathleen Kennedy, she said, I always liked her. She was full of beans. She was really smart and really bright, a really wonderful woman, and I liked her and her husband Frank Marshall a lot. Now that she's running Lucasfilm and making movies, it seems to me that Kathy Kennedy and J.J. Abrams don't have a clue about Star Wars. They don't get it. And J.J. Abrams is writing these stories. When I saw the movie where they killed Han Solo, I was furious. I was furious when they killed Han Solo. Absolutely, positively, there was no rhyme or reason to it. End quote. That really pissed her off. And she continued. She said, I thought you don't get to tell the Jedi. She said, you don't get the Jedi story. You don't get the magic of Star Wars. You're getting rid of Han Solo. And then at the end of this last one, The Last Jedi, they have Luke disintegrate. They killed Han Solo, they killed Luke Skywalker, and they don't have Princess Leia anymore. And they're spitting out movies every year, and they think it's important to appeal to a woman's audience. This is a woman speaking, by the way. So
Yeah.
now their main character is this female who's supposed to have Jedi powers, but we don't know how she got Jedi powers or who she is. It sucks. The storylines are terrible, just terrible, awful. She then added, "You can quote me, J.J. Abrams, Kennedy, talk to me." End quote. That says it all.
Look
I
where
mean,
he put the end quote. He put it after all the things he just said, end quote, quotation marks.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, there was a rhyme and reason for them killing Han Solo.
oh sure,
You want to know why?
their reason, yeah,
Their reason, money. They didn't want to pay Harrison Ford anymore. They
right,
didn't, you know, and he didn't like how it was going anyway because he seen the story. He was like, "What
yeah.
is this shit?"
He
You know?
hated it,
And
hated
then
it.
their solution was to kill him off. Almost killed Chewie until people were very upset. They did a test screening. Oh, you killed Chewie? Fuck you. Fuck this movie.
Yeah,
They said, oh, we'll kill Han since he don't even want to do this shit anymore. Yeah, he don't want to do it because it's poorly written by idiot fucking filmmakers. JJ Star Trek Abrams. You know
yep,
what I'm saying?
yep.
Fuck out of here. Talk
Fuck
about
out of here.
Star Wars fanboy. Fuck out of here. Star Trek. Them lenses
Exactly.
at all.
You can tell.
This is a conspiracy theory. Hear me out. How do we know that Harrison Ford received an offer 100,000 and he said, "Nah, I want 200,000." And they were like, "You know what? Nah, we'll just do it ourselves or we'll just kill you off." I wonder if my point is,
Mm-mm.
I wonder if Harrison Ford wanted to do the movie and money wasn't the issue.
No, Harrison Ford hates Star Wars as a franchise. He doesn't like it. He didn't like it, and he didn't like it back then. He's famously said this in many interviews. He doesn't like it, and that's cool. He doesn't like it. He's not. It's not for him. He doesn't get it. He's not really into it. And that's famous. He's famous for saying that. Like you can look up all the interviews with Harrison Ford. He's really not a fan of Star Wars.
But he cannot deny that he's an iconic hero of it.
Exactly.
That's
That's
only
why he always comes back and does it, and he would do it. Yeah, he knows that built him up and everything, but he doesn't really get because he really doesn't get the fans, and he doesn't get how we're so passionate about it, and he's just like, I don't get. But you know, he's trying to play it cool and be cool. He's cool. He's Harrison Ford. He's too cool for Star Wars.
he's
He's too cool.
for himself.
Yeah, he's just too cool. Yeah,
He's Han Solo, but and I think
he's Indiana Jones.
yeah, but I also think I don't
Jack
know. I'm only speculating that at some point he wanted to do a solo film when he was younger, and they said no
I don't know.
because even then you wanted to know the background of this dude.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
But then that
I
goes
would've
back
loved
into the rabbit hole of conspiracy. I mean, like if we go back, 30, 40, 50 years ago, Harrison Ford is sitting in the office and he's like, "Let's make a deal. I want a Han Solo movie." And they said no. And then he was like, "Well, what's the purpose of me being here?" And then that's why he said what he said. "I don't like Star Wars."
No, he hasn't liked Star Wars since the 80s, since they were doing the movies. Like he acted too cool for it during interviews when they were making the shit. He's famously never been into it. But I think
Wait, was it the 80s or the 70s that they made it?
well, no, the first movie came out in 78, but 79. I mean, but the second movie and third movie were the 80s. So yeah, A New Hope was 78.
I don't wish for a time machine, but if I could be able to take a time machine back to that time and stand in line with these guys and just talk to them. Why are you here? What do you like about Star Wars? And get interviews from them. That would be awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you got one of them when The Empire Strikes Back. I stood in line for that, and Jedi.
Oh, okay.
And 42nd Street was wrapped around. I mean, when it came out, the whole thing was wrapped around. It was just crazy fanfare on the opening. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous. It was
Yep.
ridiculous. It was cool.
Bro,
Hell
tell
yeah.
us about it, man. Like take us back. Like, did you guys? You're standing in line. No iPhones, no iTablets, no, electronics.
Everybody
What
was
did you guys
talking
do?
about the first one.
They was
Everybody
dressed.
was talking about the first one
Yep.
and anticipating what was going to happen in the Empire Strikes Back. Is how is Vader and Luke and what's going on? Because the last time we seen it was the end of
We didn't know it was Vader was his father yet.
yeah.
That didn't come out to the second
No,
movie.
no, it was the death of Obi-Wan. Everybody was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's dead. Who's
Yep.
gonna train him?" And then
Right.
we found out who was training him. Yoda.
Yoda.
So it was like, oh, it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody, we being kids, we wanted to see more C3PO, R2,
Yep.
and stuff like that. So it was along those lines.
Damn, that's crazy. I wish I could have been up there.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Exactly.
I was in Florida when I seen it.
It was incredible. Man.
Well, tell us, man. Like, did you have to stand it? The reason why I asked this is because, bro, my kids will never know what it's like to stand in a long line to go watch something. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
well,
I
I'm not going to
mean,
say never, but
nothing.
like,
We still went to the movies recently and stood in lines. Like I think
Yeah,
Endgame we stood in a line.
yeah, but imagine doing it without cell phones, like without,
That's the difference.
what,
I mean,
They'll never know.
imagine the stories and like you're standing in line and
Well-
you meet the person who read the books.
well, here's the funny thing. Being in New York at the time, on 42nd Street, Midtown, and that whole Broadway area, it wasn't what it is today.
Nah, hell no.
Had pimps.
That
you
shit
had
was
crazies,
a porno.
you had
Yeah,
wild stuff going on.
porn theaters.
And yeah, you had porn theaters, everything. You had pimps walking around. You had all
Yeah.
that shit. But
The 40
you were
deuce.
safe. In some way, it felt safe because you was focused on the movie. It was just cool.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, and we here, we're looking up at all the different stuff, the buildings and the lights. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
I lived in Staten Island at the
Right.
time. So
Right.
it was like going over to Manhattan is a big deal.
Mhm.
Going out to dinner, movie, and stuff like that. So
Right.
totally great experience. And during that time, awesome experience, man. Those are the memories. That's why I say like cell phones kill the nostalgia memory factor for a lot of people in their experiences.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to flick it up and put it on Instagram.
Right.
It's now the whole world knows what you've seen.
Right.
Instead of you keeping it for yourself, the treasures in your mind. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
And they don't have to go do what you went through to get to see it.
yeah. Oh, he did that. I seen that. Oh, he did. All right, cool.
Or you had to go. You had to climb that mountain to get that view and take that picture. But now everybody else get to see it for free.
Yeah. Shit. Conan the Destroyer. Great story. Me and my cousins, my brother, we're in a theater, and I think there was a movie before Conan the Destroyer comes on. We're fucking around. My uncle took us. He's in the back smoking a joint because they were smoking weed in the theaters.
Oh yeah.
He was smoking a joint and everything. And we playing around throwing popcorn on people below the balcony. Bugging out.
Yeah.
And dude getting in trouble with his girl. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
those
Them was the
times.
days, man. The times. Yeah.
Man, bro, take us back because these young kids don't have
know.
any idea. No, it's not that I don't know. It's like completely.
No, the kids don't know.
What does that mean? I know, but like even them, they're like, you had to sit in a balcony and you guys threw popcorn at people. Like, what were you? Just play on your cell phone, bro.
Yeah, see?
What cell phone?
You said just playing.
Exactly. No cell
Yeah,
phone.
nah,
That's why
you know.
we were doing it. Because
Yeah,
we
exactly.
were preoccupied with anything. We were just having fun. People were
Yep.
smoking their weed.
We did shit.
Yeah, it was just cool, man. And
Yep.
it's just like those days are gone, man. It's just like it's sad, but we understand why it is. But it's still sad because there's certain experiences that really shape the way you think, the way your morals are shaped, and things of that nature. That's why the world is the way it is now. Everything is on the full display. There's no it's inhibitions that's going around, like things that should remain in the closet is not there anymore. You
Right.
know, it's a lot of turmoil because everybody want to know everything about everybody.
Yeah. I
You're not
mean,
meant
that's
to do that. You're not meant
now.
to know everything about everybody.
Nah, and back in the day, you know, like kid with the kung fu grip, your little brother said he hardly had phones if you was poor. I mean, you didn't even have a home phone, let alone cell phone, bro. A
Yeah,
cell phone was crazy.
the
Only
big
doctors
struggle.
and pimps
Yeah,
and dope
they had
boys
them
had
brick
cell phones.
phones. Those
And
brick
them
phones.
shits, they had them brick.
Nah,
They
they
had
had
my
beepers,
shit.
bro. They
Nah,
had beepers.
I knew motherfuckers that had that would walk through with a. I'm talking about back in the day. They had
Oh,
a goddamn a strap they wore over their strap, and they had a thing. They had a bag on their bag, like a
it's called
box
the
that
brick.
would come with a fucking yeah. That
The
shit was
brick.
the original fucking mobile, but
Yeah.
The
you
boombox,
know,
like remember the boombox?
the
Oh yeah.
boombox, all of that, man. Shout out to Transformers with the boombox. With the they got a new. They just put out the new uh this guy, what's his fucking name? I can't think of his
Oh,
name.
Soundwave.
Soundwave and
Blaster.
Blaster. They just Super 7. They put out one, but Transformers put out a new like 40th anniversary joint.
Yeah.
Um, and this what Johnny Quest is talking about, the Dreadnought's buzzer shipping. It's really weird. So this what do you call it? This wave that is on the screen right here. You see the guys right here from the classified line: Shockwave, Felix, Helix, General Hawk, Buzzer, and Ripper. They're not supposed to come out until December.
Yeah.
But Big Bad Toy Store is selling Buzzer, Ripper rather, right now.
You know why?
Buzzer, I mean, you can get Buzzer right now. I already canceled my. I already went to Hasbro Pulse. I canceled my order at Hasbro Pulse. I canceled my shit there, and I went back to Big Bad Toy Store and ordered the shit, and that shit's already been shipped.
I have
So,
a sneaky suspicion, bro, that the word is out, and a lot of these online retailers and box stores don't want to tell anybody that. I believe Hasbro may just go direct to consumer.
I mean, but the point is, they're telling us shit ain't ready to ship until December. They're telling us shit. They tell us shit gets sold out when it's not sold out. They come a few weeks later and have more. Oh, we restocked, bro. They're lying. They know that only
Yeah, but
they know
the
kids.
first one that you
So
said,
listen,
like, where do they
know
get it from?
they know that kids don't buy these. They know that these are not children playing with these toys. They know it's 40-year-old collectors buying these, and they're creating a collector's market, and they're creating hype around figures by saying they're sold out, and
Just like
there's
the
a
sneaker
limited. Yeah, it's like the sneaker game and making exclusives. Like this one's only a Walmart exclusive or a Target exclusive, and all of that bullshit. It's bullshit, and we see it now because Big Bad just let it out the bag, and my fucking buzzer's already on the way. And this wave is not supposed to come out until December.
But that the guy over, remember the guy you bought the stuff from over in Taiwan?
Taiwan, yeah,
He let it out the bag.
yeah. He don't always get them early, but he can. Yep. Well, he get. I mean, but you got to think about it. We know that they come out in Asia first.
Yeah.
All the Asian people post their stuff way before we get it, months and months before we get it. So we know because Hasbro, I guess that's where the stuff is made, and so they get it, they put it right out, and we gotta wait for some reason months. It don't take months for them to ship them here. It don't take months. I know that don't take months because my man from Taiwan shipped me some joints in like a week. So, you know, it's all hype, man. They're creating that hype because they know that collectors are buying these. They know it's adults buying these. They know it's not children buying these toys. I mean, look at the detail that goes into these. Bro, if they had these when we were kids, bro, oh my God, I would have lost my mind, bro. They would have been. I wish they had this shit when I was a kid, bro.
But like you said, now I don't have to add detail because these are, or I'll add detail. Back then, we were kids. We didn't care about the detail.
Yep. And this guy right here, Big Boa, he had.
We'll see him in January.
Yeah, he's coming out. And you see his gloves. are more, I think they're more like MMA gloves. They're small gloves. The original figure had big, full size, whatever, 12-ounce boxing gloves.
Yeah.
And that was sort of iconic. He had the big gloves. And then he also came with a punching bag. They didn't give us none of that. In this one, they gave us the extra Rocky head and some dumbbells for whatever reason. But
I think they did it
I'm
for
not mad at it.
era. It's a mod. See,
It's a modern, yeah.
What this strategy is, if everybody paid attention,
Yes.
they're gonna give you something that goes back to that
Nostalgic.
It's more modern.
It's an updated version.
And
Yeah,
then
but
you
without
hit you with
changing
the
it too
retro.
much. Yeah,
With the retro, with the boxing gloves, they're double dipping.
here go you.
All right, they want the boxing gloves. We'll give it to them in a retro at
All right.
$24. We double up on the same mold because
So here's a retro. Yeah, here's an example of that. Scarlet, they've already put out twice, and she don't look nothing like the OG Scarlet. So now they can go ahead and put this out, which is the original. Similar to the original Scarlet.
They dipped on that. Well,
And, yeah, because then there's Glinda that comes with the fucking
5 times.
yeah, they got Glinda coming with the dragonfly. So, and she's the same exact mold but with blonde hair. So then you got but then I'm excited. We got Quick Kid coming.
Yeah, we'll see him in January.
He's in January.
We'll see.
Super excited about him.
We'll see him in January.
Yep. The original Techno Viper with the purple. Because they got a burgundy, a reddish version that came with the missiles that go behind the his tank, little separate little piece. Can't wait for that one. This cat, this is dope. This guy, Metalhead, which this signifies the gridiron or the Destro's the gold what's Destro's
the shit Destro,
damn.
Iron Grenadiers. Yeah.
Iron Grenadiers. So this guy right here, and so he's related to the Iron Grenadiers. He's one of their guys, but he's got a really cool detail. He painted on his, like, I think it's on his backpack or his chest piece or something. It's the Dreadnoks band. You remember the Dreadnoks band?
Yeah, Cold Slither.
Cold Slither. It says something like Cold Slither, something, live, forever or something like that on his shit. So that's dope. That's a little nod to the cartoon. Here's a deluxe figure, comes with the dog. This is a great animal sculpt. I think they're best so far.
Yeah. And I hear Round Town Super 7 is doing Cold Slither.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the puppy. Was the dog in the TV series too?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Junkyard. The dog is Junkyard and the guy's name Mutt.
Yep.
And yeah, he's cool. He's got the mask. I like that he comes with the mask and everything with the helmet.
Yeah, and he's about ready. I think he'll drop in November.
Yeah, a lot of these are gonna come out way before they say. I can't wait to get Wakando. I didn't get Tiger Force Wakando because I passed on anybody that wasn't like the original dudes because I knew they were gonna do this. They were gonna get a bunch of repaints, the Python Patrols and Tiger Forces, and then they got the Crimson this and that, and they started doing all these bats, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna kill my pockets if I try to buy everything they do. So I'm just gonna draw the line at the figures that were iconic when I was a kid, toys I probably had, or they're from the cartoon when I was a kid, something that reminds me of that nostalgic, retro G.I. Joe. So if they don't give me that vibe, I'm not buying the figure. And it served me pretty well. I love the collection I've got. When I look at my shelf, it's very iconic. It's just the characters I know. There's no Shadow Tracker up there, no Parth Varnas, no Wolf Spiders, no made up characters whatsoever. Just the original guys, and I love how it looks, man. So that's just one way you can do it if you don't want to buy everything that they come up with.
This right here is what my brother's into. He's into the 1/6 scale.
You see?
Okay, with the Kung Fu grip. You find him on Instagram too. He only deals in
like the 1/6. What is that? Like
in He customizes and he creates his own as well.
There's
Like
a brand. What's the brands though that are 1/6?
uh, what's the not Hot Toys, the one he can put it up in there, bro. He's in there. Tell him what you collect, man. I keep forgetting the name. Sideshow Collectibles. The
Oh,
side,
word. Yeah, the statues and shit.
yeah, the Sideshow action figures for GI.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
I don't. Super 7.
Oh no, no, not Super 7. His is 1/6. His is like the 12-inch.
Oh, like the 112 collective and shit.
Yeah, 30 and the Sideshow
Mezco. I think Mezco does it, right?
30.
30. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
this is Duke, and this is the retro Duke. This I've been waiting for because I didn't get the original Duke when he first came out. I didn't get none of the when Classified first came out. I wasn't gonna be into it. I wasn't gonna get him. I was like, okay, because G.I. Joe has done a lot of figure lines since the original O-ring figures, and I was never into any of them. That's not really for me. Whatever. And I thought this was just gonna be yet another G.I. Joe futuristic figures that don't look like the original characters again. And then they were just because that's how the first wave was. The first wave doesn't look, except for like Snake Eyes, doesn't look anything like the original characters. So I was like, okay, Snake Eyes always does, so fine. But I wasn't into it, and still until they started looking like the original characters, that's when I started buying them. And at that point, Duke was already like $80. And Duke's already like $100 right now. So, I'm not gonna get the original one they came out. I'm waiting for this one. Because this one's about to drop in a minute. Probably January, and he looks great. So I can't wait to line him up with Hawk, Beachhead, and Flint, and have the leadership.
Yeah. Then you got
Slaughter. Huh?
And you got Slaughter.
Oh yeah, yep. Sergeant Slaughter too, which I still need to grab a Sergeant. There's some characters I don't yet have. Dusty I didn't get because I hate his bucket hat helmet. I really want to find a helmet with cloth, like a cloth, like he has in the fucking. Even the 80s O-ring had cloth.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed that Classified gave us a Dusty with a plastic cloth. Like I don't get that.
Yeah, I think they'll double dip and bring it right into the O-ring.
Yeah, but
the O-ring flavor that
yeah,
that cloth.
Yeah, they need to. And then this is Torpedo, redone, with extra gear. Yeah, and he'll look. These are to sort of commemorate the original GI Joes that were like Barbie dolls.
Yeah,
before the 375 O-ring toys came out, when they were still this big. The first GI Joes. So this is sort of like a homage to them. They got this one. I may get. I'm not really sure yet. I will probably get. He looks pretty dope. Just to have as a troop, but again, I'm not really sure. He's not an original. He's not an 80s character. This guy is really hard to pass up on. He's really dope looking. He's also got a cloth, like a cloth poncho thing.
Yeah.
So he's the first character. But G.I. Joe did confirm that we're gonna be getting more mixed media, cloth editions with their classified figures. So this is future, shit to come. So that's pretty cool.
Word.
Yeah, he said he rocked with 3-0. How we get Buzzer before Shadow Tracker. I mean, that's the whole Buzzer coming out early, man. That's just crazy to me. But I'm happy as fuck, dog. Happy as fuck. Buzzer's on the way to my house as we speak. That's dope. I'm happy. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it tells us a lot.
Yeah, they bullshitting, but at the same time, there's a lot of factors in play, and a lot of online stores. They're like, "Why is this guy overseas getting all our money right now? We need to get this money. We got this already on deck. Why are you gonna hold us up from selling it? Why is there street date? Fuck street date. Sell. You know what I'm saying? Like my man
Right.
from Eddie Murphy's flick. Sell. What am I sell?
Yeah.
Trading places.
Trading places. Yeah. Sell that shit. They got things like Target. Oh, street date. Who cares about a street date? Kids don't give a damn about street dates, and they're not even
Collectors.
buying this.
It's collect because that's exactly right. They're setting all these funny dates. That's bro. Look at all these figures coming out. Collector Con, Walmart Collector Con, Hasbro Collector Con. This is where they put out some of these new figures in the Collector Con. This shit has nothing to do with kids. These toys are not for children.
And con is
Stop
a double what do they call it? Double
Double
entendre.
entendre, yeah, con, yeah, exactly.
Conning us. The fuck?
Yeah, exactly. But G.I. Joe is not just toys, man. We know they definitely were a Marvel comic for a while, but now Skybound Comics and Larry Hama is continuing the G.I. Joe story from issue number 301, which is actually going to be their new issue 1. But it's really the 301st issue of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, one of the longest running non-superhero comics of all time. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, launches at Skybound. Larry Hama is the OG writer for it. He's also done Wolverine. And you know, he's dope. You've got
tons of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of new life coming into these iconic OG characters, man. With dope covers.
And he can add new characters too.
Yes. And that's going to be November 15th is going to drop.
Yeah.
It's a new era for G.I. Joe. New 301 it's a great jumping on point if you've never been into, like, if you've never gotten into the G.I. Joe comics or you haven't read them yet. Here's a great way to jump in. Great time for you to jump in. You don't have to read nothing before this. You could start reading right here. It's issue number 1. We're calling it issue number 301 because technically it is, but it's their issue 1 to their new volume. And you're gonna have, you know, favorites like Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock, Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander, Serpentor. All of them new dudes are back for new battles with new shit. The return of the original Snake Eyes. And then in addition to the main cover of each issue of this, you're gonna have also the variant covers, your black and white version of Kubert's main cover.
The blank version.
Yep, the blank one. You got the 110 incentive cover by Brad Walker. Yeah, the sketch cover, and then you've got what Robert Kirkman is involved. He's sort of overseeing alongside the shared Energon universe. So that's the shared universe with Void Rivals by Robert Kirkman, the guy who does Walking Dead and shit. And their Transformers stuff. So they're Transformers mixing with G.I. Joe in the Energon universe. There's another comic coming out called Duke #1, and another comic coming out called Cobra Commander #1 that are also coming out. So yeah, a lot of cool shit for G.I. Joe coming out in the comic world. I think I can show you guys some of these covers.
Yeah, I got 3 copies of each comic. Well, actually 9 of each. But think about it. Yeah, 9 of each.
3 of each of the 3. So 9 in total.
Well, from one place, and then I got 9 from another place.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I wigged out.
You went crazy.
Yeah.
But shit, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. Look at this. That's a dope. There's Destro and fucking the art style's dope.
Hell yeah.
The Mindbender there, Cobra Commander, fucking Serpentor.
Tough. Can't wait.
Hell yeah, man. And this is like a retelling of the original #1 comic. But it's like redrawn in modern art with modern, you know, shit, but the words are like the same from the original joint.
Yeah, it's a recap, definitely.
Yeah.
Because remember, a lot of the Joes are dead. A lot of them were killed by Saw Viper and a few other people.
But in this, they're all back. They're restarting it. It's like a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, everybody. Everybody, no, that's the thing. It's not a continuation. It's a new volume.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
the dope shit.
fuck it.
Yeah, yeah, they're starting over. They're starting all over, but it's the original guy, Larry Hama, the original guy that wrote for G.I. Joe, doing it, so it's legit.
Oh, you see that panel? You
Yes.
look at that panel. It says you activated the countdown trigger on the mutant virus bomb.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
the mutant virus. Yeah, yeah, man. If they were still with Marvel, bro, that would mean a lot. That would mean a lot.
but still, like
But
we
it
was
could be
talking
could be some crossover shit.
about.
Look at that. Look at the art, dude. Look at
Talking about
Mindbender.
what you call it being a mutant. Zartan and his
Right.
sister and brother being
Yep.
mutants.
Mm-hmm. That's real. And remember Globulus and all of them dudes, them
Yeah.
that shit that they gotta figure out some way to do that. Look at the Techno Vipers, man. I love this art style. They really look great.
Yeah.
They really look fucking great. There's Storm Shadow there with his mask off here on the right, and Stalker and Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Wild Bill and Duke. But yeah, Mindbender looks so dope right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit gonna be crazy.
Look at that. Look how dope that shit looks. Yeehaw.
Hell yeah.
Who's favorite? That's somebody's favorite character.
Mine.
Wild Bill. Yeah, Wild Bill, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your boy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the OGs right there. And you got Shipwreck, Snake Eyes, the female Snake Eyes. I guess she's here. Storm Shadow, Stalker, Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes again. Oh, the original Snake Eyes and okay, so there's like 3 Snake Eyes. That's crazy. Fucking Major Blood is up there with Baroness and Cobra Commander for some reason. So I don't know what's going on here. That's some shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be heavy. Oh yeah, see?
That's the original.
See, look at it. It is
the
a
original.
continuation.
Nah, it's an homage.
Look at Jinx. Look at Jinx.
I know she's there, but this is like a reimagining of the original cover.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's like a reboot.
They got Storm Shadow without the Cobra symbol on.
And that's not Jinx. That's the new female Snake Eyes. It's a new character. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name.
Dead Game.
Yeah.
From Dead Game.
Yeah, she did come in at the end of Dead Game. Yeah. And I think that's it. No, that's Hawk and Duke.
Shit, look at the art.
I'm saying, bro.
Tough.
It's crazy.
Dudes look jacked.
Oh yeah.
Word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And then we've got the whole Energon universe, the whole Transformers, shit going on.
Yeah.
You've got what's his name? Well, there's the live action joint where Transformers and G.I. Joe are gonna be.
Yeah, my brother liked to start shit.
Oh yeah, calling Cap.
Yeah,
but
on me, nah. Wild Bill is mine, homie. I got him up here, B. I got 3 of them.
Blocker on
4 figures over there.
What the fuck? Hold on, man. I got ad blocker on, and the damn shit ain't letting me do what I need to do. Hold on. Let me turn this shit off real quick. All right, now shut the fuck up.
The Rattler is dope. I got the Rattler, but I played mostly with Wild Bill. You know this.
Sibling arguments.
Yeah, forever. Since 82.
Yeah. But Transformers Rise of the Beasts had the after credit scene where the sort of end scene where the G.I. Joe sort of, I guess, crossover sort of begins, the seeds of the crossover. And they're casting now for Cobra villains Guy Pearce might make an excellent Major Blood with his Australian background and experience playing villains. And then you got Bill Skarsgård, Walter Goggins, David Tennant, Emilia Clarke, Jung Ji-hoon are fitting choices to portray Zartan, Mindbender, Destro, Baroness, Storm Shadow, respectively. With Oscar Isaac's charisma and versatility, make him a great candidate to play Cobra Commander. Let me show you who they are talking about here. It's pretty interesting because and I've said this before, I don't really need a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover because I haven't yet had a good G.I. Joe movie. Yeah. They finally gave us some good Transformers shit. We got Bumblebee and the Rise of the Beast. That was great.
Yeah.
But we haven't got that equivalent for G.I. Joe. In my opinion, the last G.I. Joe movie was a step in the right direction. We got characters that actually looked like the characters in some ways. For some of them, we still don't have a fucking Destro. Listen, you guys have not done it yet. G.I. Joe needs a proper G.I. Joe movie before I'm going to care about a crossover movie with Transformers. But maybe this crossover with Transformers will be that great G.I. Joe movie that I've been wanting. And that's, shout out to Sada for that suggestion. But yeah, that we hope so. But Guy Pearce, he's been in a lot of shit. This is not really a great picture of him.
Maybe the Transformer movie is meant, the crossover is meant, like she said, meant to lead into a G.I. Joe movie, to bring those Transformers fans into the Joe-verse. I'm calling it now, Joe-verse.
And what's called the Energon universe. That's what they're calling it.
Oh, Energon universe.
Yeah.
So bringing them in and bringing those fans in, and that's what would pack it in, because they'll in the G.I. Joe movies, they'll have hints of Transformers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't feel we've gotten a great G.I. Joe movie yet to be talking about doing a crossover movie. We haven't got the original yet. Like, when you do a crossover with two established things, not something that ain't really been, in my opinion, established yet. But maybe the characters and the actors and the shit that has been lacking, maybe that will be done right in this movie. So I can hold out hope for that, since we did get our OG Bumblebee and shit like that, and they did realize that they need to kind of go and look more like the 80s joints for us to be happy. And so hopefully they'll do that. But arguably the best known G.I. Joe villain yet to appear in live action movie is Major Blood. And that issue should be fixed in the rebooted franchise. Born in Sydney and trained by the Australian Special Air Service, Sebastian Blood is an eye patch wearing, skilled and experienced mercenary working for Cobra. Blood is proficient in the use of various projectile weapons and explosives, a tactical genius, and responsible for countless reprehensible war crimes. Consequently, a veteran actor with attitude, aptly, who can scowl and appear battle-hardened, will be required to play him. Guy Pearce would be a terrific role for Major Blood. Not only is he Australian, meaning he'll have the accent down by default, but he's also proven he can play villains on many occasions. For example, he was excellent as the corrupt, merciless special deputy Charlie Rakes in 2012 drama Lawless. Love that movie. Additionally, he has experience portraying an antagonist in a major blockbuster franchise. He played Aldrich Killian in 2023's Iron Man #3. Portrayal indeed the movie didn't go down all too well with audiences, but the G.I. Joe franchise could give Guy Pearce the opportunity to make amends for that. I wouldn't think of him when I think of Major Blood.
Bloody Cobra Commander.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Because Major Blood was rugged, but he was also a weasel.
Yeah, yeah. Which I guess why they picked this photo and this character to showcase, because this character is very Major Bloodish. Mm-hmm. He's hard. He's a ruthless killer. He's a ruthless motherfucker, but he's just a fucking weaselly motherfucker too. Yeah. So maybe that's him. The kid that played the clown, Sarsgaard, Bill Sarsgaard.
He was in fucking what you call it? with damn, I keep forgetting a lot of shit, man.
I know.
Those weekends.
Yeah. But they're
John
talking.
Wick.
Oh, right. Okay. See,
Using John Wick, yeah.
and they're talking about him for Zartan. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I guess anyone could play Zartan. Who you know? And I don't know. He could. I wouldn't be
I
like
think
mad at it if they did it right.
he could. I think he could be Zartan. I mean, because look,
Zartan,
he
it's
was
not
like
really
a
all about
real
the
villain.
actor with Zartan,
He just got to get his body right, probably, if they're
right?
going to stick to the traditional look of Zartan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing they got to really get right. How the costuming for these characters, how you going to modernize them, but go back to the original look. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The only time they
Yeah.
went back to the original Zartan look is when in the last movie when Zartan was killed, and then you seen his eyes and stuff with that.
Yeah.
Man, that
Which
was corny as shit.
that's bullshit, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. So it's like, how you gonna do those characters?
Right.
How is he gonna look like a swamp rat? He's from
And that
Australia too. So how they're gonna look. I guess him and Major Blood is gonna be cool. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because they're from the same background. But how is he gonna look like a
I
mercenary?
think Zartan's from England, I think.
Mm-mm. He,
From Britain. Hold
yeah,
on, let's see.
no.
I think so. I think the Dreadnoks are British.
Oh,
Zartan.
on right now.
Yeah. Could be right, but let's see. One of the main villains is Dreadnoks, mercenary commander, Rise of Cobra, G.I.Joe, affiliation, specialty, birthplace unknown. His third file card has him in Nice, France, but that later ignored. Huh. Okay, so it's never actually told. That's interesting.
Wow. That's crazy.
All right, let's see. What about
Because I'm on which vehicles?
Ara?
Yeah, that's what I'm going right now. Where is it?
All right, yeah, British. Yeah, the Dreadnoks British action for no, that's not that. That's not that.
Zord. All right, here we go. Yeah, file name unknown, alias too numerous to name, birthplace unknown. Uh,
Oh, Tasmania Grime Cape for the Ripper. Ripper's from Tasmania. Tasmania,
hmm,
which is Australia. And what about Old Buzzer?
oh yeah, European Military Academy training.
Mm-hmm. See now, Buzzer's from England. I knew he was English. So Buzzer's from Cambridge, England. Ripper is from Tasmania, which is Australia
Hmm.
or near Australia. I don't know. Tasmania is on Australia. I don't know. I think it's in Australia. So Buzzer's from England. And what about Torch? Torch is from Wales. So he's British too
Okay, so they probably all met
in
in
England.
that military academy that Zartan was
Mm,
rumored to be from.
mm.
Tasmania is in Australia.
Yeah, yeah. So Ripper's from Australia, Buzzer and Torch are from Britain, and Zartan's unknown. But yeah, that's crazy. And then you got all kind of other dreadnoks like Monkey Wrench. I think Monkey Wrench was from like LA or some shit.
Mm.
Or no, that's the wrong one. He's from Wales, also UK. Yeah, so they're from Britain. How the fuck is he from Wales and UK when? Well, I mean, in the cartoon they met him in like the swamp in Louisiana and shit, but he's from London, East End, and Royal North Wales. Yeah, Zartan had that French he was in the French what you call it military. But he's not obviously he doesn't have a French accent or anything. But Thrasher was from Belgium. That's interesting. That's weird. They're all like from Belgium and shit. Europe, England. That's funny. I think of them as like from being like from like Louisiana, the swamp, because they rock in the swamp all the time.
Hey, bro, stop dishing my state.
How's that dissing it? No.
Hey, we're not all swamp people. I mean, it's not all what you see on TV. We don't eat from our hands. I mean, we don't cook with these
Y'all don't
huge
eat
pots.
raccoons and shit.
That is out in the
Soft
swamp.
shell
That is
turtle.
the Cajun. Now the
Yeah,
Cajuns,
but nah, the bayou. Yeah,
Bayou, yeah.
Raccoon meat good. Raccoon
yeah,
meat
eating
good.
gator tail is good than the motherfucker. But
Not frog legs.
Crawfish.
frog legs, frog legs.
He said frog legs. Oh, yeah, frog legs is chicken, man.
It is just like it tastes like dark meat chicken. I've had it. I've had both. I had fried frog's leg and fried gator tail. Being in Florida.
You had boudin?
Who?
No, no.
No.
Boudin is like a pig skin stuffed with rice and gravy and other meat.
Yeah, no, I don't do swine. I don't do.
Back when I was little, souse meat. My grandmother used to make hog head cheese.
Mm.
That
No
shit
sir.
That's more in Texas for us. Like hogs are big in Texas.
Yeah.
They got like a huge problem.
Literally.
Yeah.
But they hoghead cheese is crazy. That's
since was say 1990 what 5 pork wasn't on the fork like that. No.
Yeah. Fucking snake knuckles and gator wings.
Yeah, I wasn't rocking none of that.
You said snake knuckles.
Somebody in the comments mentioned Crocodile Hunter. You guys remember Crocodile Hunter?
Crocodile Dundee, Bayou Billy. Yeah, remember Bayou Billy?
Bayou Billy.
But
I can guarantee.
Right. The guy with the remember the Cajun chip commercial?
Yeah.
So yeah, Bill Sarsgaard Zartan. What else? Oh, okay. So they're talking about the mercy. Yeah, we're talking about who Zartan is. We know who Zartan is. Walter Goggins as Dr. Mindbender. No, fucking why? This guy's cool. Now he could have played fucking Zartan or definitely one of the Dreadnoks. I definitely see him as a Dreadnought.
Play what you call it? Thrasher. The one who
the drives the machine. Yeah. He'd be a great Thrasher. But Dr. Mindbender?
No.
Bro, Dr. Mindbender needs to be a much older dude, preferably, bald headed with a nice twirly mustache and a fucking monocle. Not that they can't put a twirly mustache and a monocle on this guy and make him bald, but I just don't see he's not
demeanor. It's not that.
Yeah, he's not that guy. He needs to be an older guy, I guess. I don't know. I could think of a lot of actors better suited for Dr. Mindbender. Let's see why they say. Dr. Mindbender codes Cobra scientist and once an orthodontist and decent man. However, after creating a machine intended to relieve dental pain by stimulating the brain electronically, he tested it on himself with catastrophic results. It damaged his gray matter and turned him hateful, making him decide to apply his intellect to evil. After joining Cobra, he became the nefarious organization's mind control and interrogation expert, also while dabbling in other fields such as cybernetics and cloning. Kevin J. O'Connor played him in a flashback scene in 2009's G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. However, a more significant role in the reboot arguably requires a bigger star. Walter Giggins fits the bill. I don't get it. He's played thoroughly decent characters like Lawrence's 2018's Maze Runner, Death Cure, downright despicable characters like Stans in 2010's Predators. The characters with good and bad traits like Chris Mannix 2015 The Hateful Eight. Therefore, Grogan's could adaptly portray Mindman. So that's their logic. He's played nice guys and he's played bad guys. And he's played guys that are kind of nice and kind of bad. Therefore, he can play Dr. Mindbender.
He played weird guys too. You know who can play Dr. Mindbender? See, like a lot of the Cobra guys, they need to get from Sons of Anarchy. A lot of those guys who played in Sons of Anarchy look like dreadnoughts and Cobra mercenaries and shit like that.
Yo, did you get the link, bro? Did you get the link? Did you get the link?
What link? Oh.
Check your email. I sent it at like 6:50, 6:45.
Yeah, those guys, man, they can definitely.
Hold on, let me see what email I sent it to.
The guy that played the weirdo guy who
Oh, it started at 7.
Yeah.
Nope, Eastern. Yes, sir. Let me see. Where is the fucking link? Oh, this is the wrong email I'm looking at. All right, I sent it to. Any second now, I'm gonna tell you where I sent it to. All right, Trap House Comics with an X at gmail.com. Yep. I'll send it again. All right, brother. Bop. All right, let me send this link real quick. But yeah,
old
yeah.
boy that played in what's his name? Oh, fuck. Not Better Call Saul. Nah, not him.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking could be. Yeah, the guy that had the lead actor in Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah.
He could be Dr. Mindbender.
He could. I could see that shit.
You know. Because he can wear a good mustache and a monocle. He can be crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait. Are you talking about Malcolm's dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Malcolm. What is his name? Great, bro. He's done so many great projects.
Yeah, he can be Dr. Mindbender. I see him as Dr. Mindbender. Period.
Yeah.
Just based off of that, Breaking Bad, like he's in there cooking up and shit blowing up.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think he's perfect for the part. And we're going stars now. Now they could just get some great, thorough actors and just give them parts like
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Yeah, he could be Dr. Mindbender.
Yeah, he could do it.
No, they're not gonna let him walk around with no shirt on. That's impossible. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do it like the cartoon or the toy.
Oh yeah, where he's like got suspenders and no shirt. That's crazy.
They ain't gonna do that unless they might do a sick part where he got girls in the room and he's doing something with them in the bed or whatever, or doing some weirdo stuff at a strip club. They might do that for
Mindbender.
Yeah, for Mindbender. They have weird ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Just to put it in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, all right, we put them in suspenders and shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I don't expect them to make all the characters look just how they did in the cartoons or the comics from the 80s, because we all know. I mean, the MCU has proven that comic book costumes in the comics might not look the best in live action.
Yeah.
You have to modify it a little bit to make it look a little better in real life. Some
Yeah.
costumes just don't look good in real life. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when I watch MCU movie, I can recognize the characters. I know
Yeah.
who they are. Their costume might be altered. It might be a little different. It might be, fitted for modern audiences or fitted for live action or whatever, but I recognize who they are. And in the last two G.I. Joe movies, I did not recognize who any of those characters were until they said who they were.
Yeah.
Yo, Trap
think-
House Comics, what up, man? Welcome to the show, my man.
Peace,
What
peace.
up?
Peace.
What I think also with Cobra, they can get all their stuff. What GI Joe anyway in Cobra, they get all their stuff from Germany, the German soldiers, the Nazi soldiers, the
Oh, right.
helmets and stuff like that. So they're gonna
Mhm.
get their costuming from somewhere like and alter it. So
Right.
that's where they should look for their characterization for those characters
Right.
for that movie, like because they're really villainous. So what better
Yep.
way to project that by going to the most villainous motherfuckers,
Yeah. Speaking of most villainous, one of my favorites, always one of my favorite characters, Destro, and one of the ones that we really got shafted for in the movies. They didn't give us we got a character named Destro, I think, but it was not fucking, it wasn't
That quite
Destro.
a few times.
Yeah.
McCullen
Right.
took my place among the McCullens.
He's supposed to be Scottish, I get it, but we all grew up with Arthur Goonhart doing the voice, a black man, and Destro is always as a kid growing up, I always thought he was a black guy. I had no idea he was supposed to be Scottish. So trying to make him a Scottish character now, it just doesn't ring. I don't know. It just but
Even
this
the
guy,
structure of Destro, like you see the lips,
even the mask looks like a black guy. Yeah,
and he rocking a gold chain. So it's like, yo,
He
And
said
he-
he got the gold chain.
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I always thought he was black, but I get that he's
He
not.
could be a black Scotsman. You know what I mean?
Hey, right, exactly. So they could still say he's from Scotland. Why not? And James McCullen Destro the 14th, or Destro for short, rather, is the mastermind behind the Destro clan of Scotland, who have designed, manufactured, and sold weapons for centuries. He oversees the modern incarnation of the clan known as MARS, Military Armament Research Syndicate, which provides Cobra with state-of-the-art firepower for their ongoing fight with G.I. Joe, the luxuriously living villain mutually despised as Cobra Commander, but their arrangement is convenient for them both, so they coexist despite their differences. And notice they said the luxuriously living villain, because Destro is pimped the fuck out. You seen the pimped out version that Classified made it with the leopard suit pimp. He's got the gold Destro head with the pimp cane and all of that. So he's definitely all about luxury and living lavish. One Doctor Who actor has already played Destro. Christopher Eccleston portrayed the character in 2009's G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. Where was he in that movie? I didn't see him.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, but there's another who would be fantastic in the role, Scottish actor David Tennant. Why? Because he's Scottish. What is this shit lately with having to make the actors be the exact nationality or culture or even race of the character? That's what acting is all about. You're
They
an
used to not do that.
actor. No, because you're acting. You could now. I get we don't want to see white dudes playing Asians or anything else like they used to do back in the day. But it don't matter what type of white guy you are if you're playing a white dude. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like he's got to be a Scottish man. That's just stupid. This guy looks nothing like Destro. He does not. That's not Destro. But I think correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think we're gonna get robbed with Destro regardless, because I don't think he's gonna be black. He's not gonna look black. He's not gonna look like Destro. He's not gonna be nothing like the 80s character. No matter what they get, it ain't gonna be that. Lieutenant has played several rich men who live extravagant lives. See, their logic for these choices are really pointless.
Like a typecast.
Yeah, like he's played rich guys. So what? Amelia Clark as Baroness. I love Amelia Clark, but no,
I don't love her for that role.
no.
Nah, man.
No, first of all, Baroness should not be like short like that. Amelia Clark's a really short girl. Plus I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't have that.
She wasn't hot in the what was that Secret Invasion.
You know, I didn't even watch it.
She was in Secret Invasion, wasn't she? Yeah.
You ain't missing it. Yeah, but she's from Game of Thrones. That's
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
that's Khaleesi. That's the main. But yeah,
I
you know,
I like kind of old girl from Walking Dead. What's her name?
Maggie, the Maggie character.
Maggie. Yeah, I can see her.
But for Baroness, bro, Baroness needs to be someone more like Selma Hayek or some shit. I don't know, somebody with a more pointy features and long dark hair and like just a long dark tall pointy type featured.
German dog. She need to be German.
Yeah, like who's a bad European?
Yeah, Baroness should be a little bit older though.
You know who should
Right.
play?
Like
the
a
girl that played
40-year-old lady. Oh, that's something. That would work. Gal Gadot, that'd be something. I could see that. Although she's too like a nice. I don't know. Baroness has to be real ruthless and like a.
Who played old girl from shit? What's that? The Umbrella Corporation. What the fuck? I'm blanking.
Oh, yeah.
Umbrella Academy.
No. Resident Evil. Mila Jovovich.
Oh
Mila.
Yeah, she could be the Baroness.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
She could definitely do it. Angelina Jolie, maybe something like that. Nah. Maybe Angelina back in the day could have.
Yeah, 90s Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Nah, she can be fucking Lady J or some shit.
Lady J is not Baroness is mad voluptuous and shit.
I'm waiting for Huntress. That's what I'm waiting on.
Oh, word DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, Storm Shadow, real name Thomas Arashikage. So John Ji-hoon, as Storm Shadow. What has he done? He could be brilliantly portrayed by the multi-talented South Korean star Jung Ji-hoon, better known by his stage name Rain. Rain is hugely successful musical star. Okay, so I think
we done with that.
He's a K-pop.
K-pop shit go. Nah, they could K-pop that shit down the fucking drain.
Now this is the only one that they've said so far that I've been in agreement with.
I like that dude.
I like Oscar Isaac, and I think he could be a great Cobra Commander. I could think of better ones, but as far as people on this list, I think it's their best so far. It's their best casting on this list.
I think he can be a good scrap iron.
Well, that's too small of a role for Oscar Isaac. You don't think?
Man, scrap iron he's Cobra Commander's right hand man. If you really think about it. Time and off and on, but he gets
when he's not Destro's. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that dynamic, like pay me
enough,
I'm down.
Right. He's whoever's paying the most, that's who he's going to.
I think that
ruthless
with anybody, dog.
But Joe, sorry,
shit.
I might have to bounce out.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Shit, we getting deep into G.I.Joe and shit, man. I hate bouncing out, but
what do you gotta do?
Got a previous engagement, man, and
I feel you, man. We wrapping it up anyway. Trap house, man. Normally, like I said, we start at 7, but you're welcome to pop in anytime with us, man. The link will be in your joint Mondays and Saturdays, bro. Every Monday and Saturday, 7 p.m. We usually go for about an hour or two. We went a little over today. We rocking 2.5 hours now, but yeah, we had a lot to cover. I don't think we quite squoze everything in. We did touch on a lot of the subjects. There was what else? There was something like ThunderCats. Oh, there's a new ThunderCats. There is a new ThunderCats. What do you call it? Cartoon or comic rather that's coming out.
They're gonna ruin it.
Probably. Yeah.
They're gonna ruin it, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna head out. I'll
All right, bro.
on Monday. Let you know the deal.
All right, man. We'll see you then, and everybody, you know what I'm saying. Every Saturday and every Monday, 7 p.m. Y'all already know what it is. Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Peace.